Welcome in, everyone, to tonight's session of Cloaks and Capes. This is our Monday campaign, Knights of the Arcanum, which takes place in the Exandria setting, courtesy of Critical Role from the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount. We'd also like to include that all the music you'll be hearing tonight comes from Reliquary Records. If you haven't checked them out, they have both a synthwave album and a lo-fi album, which you can find on Spotify, iTunes, all sorts of different streaming platforms out there. So make sure that you give them a listen. As for tonight, session 2, last time our party came together at the Festival of the Zenith outside of Rexentrim, where they were watching a play, and there was a assassination on someone who was supposed to be one of the Cerberus Assembly members. 6 individuals from the crowd chased this assassin into a nearby cavern, where before they could apprehend Thank you, Buttered Apple, for the interruption. Appreciate it. Who gets that inspiration? Before they could apprehend them, a mysterious figure who called themselves the Oracle appeared and said that they were all to be tested in some way. And when she vanished after Rosalind, there were 5, but the 6th one came out of a portal from somewhere. Rosalind appeared, and before they could have a chance to figure out what was going on, a red portal opened, spewing out some sort of monstrosity that everyone came together and defeated. Near the end of the battle in the ruckus, the assassin, who helped out during the battle, was able to escape. Guards from Rexentrim then showed up and brought everyone in for questioning, interrogated everyone, mostly came up with the same stories, different details, but it seemed like everyone was telling the truth. And at the end of the session, they were just being introduced to the... I actually gave you her wrong title last time. The Archmage of Civic Influence, Astrid Beck. So, Callie, you get that inspiration, apparently.
Oh, sweet.
So, as you were all sitting in this room, Watchmaster Zod just got done addressing you and introduces the Archmage of Civic Influence, Astrid Beck. You all turn around as a woman enters. In her, somewhere to her maybe late to mid 40s. She has dirty blonde hair. It's extremely short in the back, but long and side combed in the front, framing the right side of her face to just past the chin. You notice that she has a scar running down her face from the top of one brow to the bottom of her chin, a burn scar on her neck, and a very hard look to her eyes. No, you wouldn't notice that. You watch as she comes up to stand in the front, and she's shorter. She's about 5'3", 5'4", and stands up by Zod and kind of gives him a nod, and you watch as he steps away, and she looks out over all of you. First, allow me to extend my thanks for going after what would have been an assassin of mine. It's been some time since anyone has tried to make an attempt on the life of someone from the Cerberus Assembly, and, well, when we find out who it is, retribution will be swift. You've all been told to stay in Rexentrim for the time being. I don't doubt that we should have any use for you. I believe that it was just a matter of circumstance and coincidence that you ended up where you did. But nonetheless, should you try to leave the city, having now seen all of your faces, I will be able to find you. Any questions?
She puts Morgan puts her hand up.
Yes, Morgan, I believe.
Yeah, where am I? What's going on? What's Rexentrim? What festival is happening outside? Who are you? Why do you matter? What's the Cerberus Assembly? She goes on for a while.
She's not from around here.
All right, well, those questions are better left to Watchmaster Bronzebeard. I have other places to be. And she leaves. Somewhat abruptly and matter-of-factly. Right.
I don't think she knew where she's from.
So, Rexentrim, Morgan, is the heart of the Dwendalian Empire.
Okay.
Did she hit her head? Do you have amnesia or something?
No, just not from around here.
That would be a simpler explanation.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pass you on off now to your attaché that will be keeping tabs on you until and if we need you again. And he looks over to the door and shouts out to... Where are you at? Sylvia! And you wait for a second, and then you hear someone run into the door. And then pull it open and come through the other side a bit dazed. You see a human woman with blonde hair, which is pulled up into a tight bun on the back. She has her Righteous Brand helmet underneath her arm, obviously wearing Righteous Brand golden armor. She's got a pretty athletic build, and as she kind of walks in, rubbing her face, she goes, it's a pull, not a push. Yes, Captain, and you watch as just kind of face palming a little bit. Everyone, this is Sylvia Townsend. She'll be taking you over to the Flounder Pounder. If you have any questions, anything at all, you ask her. She'll get you straightened out and take care of all of the bills and the paperwork and all of that. Townsend, try not to. No. I have this. Zod, Bronzebeard, Captain, Beard, I'm not going to let you down. And he's already out the door in the back as he leaves.
How long is this group to stay in Rexingtrum?
That
against our will
would have been a question for the captain, but they'll let you know when you can leave. So if you all just follow me, I will take you over to the Flounder Pounder and we'll get you all situated and squared away.
How old is she? Like about?
She looks like she's maybe about mid-20s.
Okay.
What race is she?
Mm-hmm. Human.
Actually, to follow up on the golem's question, I gotta go home.
Well,
so,
do you live in Rexingtrum?
No.
Oh.
She's not from around here.
Well, how did you get here then?
I was eating dinner in the forest, and then I was here. I don't know a better way of explaining it.
Oh, did you tell that to the Archmage when she was here? That might have been an interesting thing for her to have answered for you.
She didn't want to answer any of my questions. I asked her a lot of easier questions that she didn't want to answer first.
I mean, to be fair, she's a very, very busy person. I could answer some of your questions, though, while I'm taking you to the Flounder Pounder. If you don't, you can just come with me, everybody. And she's kind of like motioning towards the door.
At this moment...
She does give a look like, wait a minute. I'm sorry, the Flounder Pounder? I actually do know where that is.
Yeah. Oh, so you are from Rexingtrum?
No, different Flounder Pounder, I guess.
Oh, right. No, yeah, there's a lot of Flounder Pounders around. That's true.
At this point, Leaf has walked in the direction that Zod, the captain, has walked in.
No. Mr. Leaf, Mr. Leaf, this way. That goes the way we're not going. Sorry, I should get everybody's name. So, I am Sylvia Townsend of the Righteous Brand. I'm just a private. And I know what you're thinking, why is someone with the Righteous Brand taking orders from the Crown's Guard? Aren't the Righteous Brand technically above the Crown's Guard? And they are, but I'm just here on special assignment.
I wasn't thinking that.
I didn't.
You didn't
screw anything up. It's just what's your names again? I didn't get your names.
I'm sorry. I'm Leo, but I'm
Leo?
more interested in what did you screw up?
And Leaf is the Warforged. Do you prefer Warforged? I feel like Warforged is a little aggressive. Do you prefer Automaton?
You can call this one whatever you wish.
Okay. And
this one needs to talk to the captain.
Okay. Well, I can get the captain for you in just a second. Everyone else, introductions?
I'm Maeve.
Maeve, it's nice to meet you.
Morgan, nice to meet you.
Okay. And she kind of like hunkers down a little bit on her knees in front of you. And what's your name? Kieran.
You don't have to be condescending to the kid.
I'm just trying to be friendly.
The name's Robbie.
Okay, Robbie. And you miss, pointing to Hermia.
Hermia.
Okay, well, like I said, just follow me to the Flounder Pounder. We'll get you all settled and squared away. And Leaf, I will let the what do you need to ask the Watchman? I might be able to help you.
Annoyed. The question from earlier: when is this one allowed to leave the city?
I don't think that they're going to have a specific time for you. It'll probably be when they're done with their investigation. So they'll let you know when that is, but they're not going to have that answer for you right now, I'm afraid.
Sigh dejectedly.
Okay, let's go to the Flounder Pounder now.
This one needs an estimation.
Okay,
Where's Sylvia's the
maybe a week, but obviously it could be longer than that as well.
Acceptable.
Estimation a
Yes.
word?
Okay. All right.
A week?
This way now, and she starts to shuttle all of you out of the room and out of the building and taking you down the street.
Before we leave, what else is in the room? Is there like bookshelf or anything?
No. So the room that you guys were in was basically just kind of like a conference sort of room. It looks like maybe when you watch like cop shows and they're giving like the morning briefing, there's like a podium up front and then a bunch of like desks and chairs to sit at. So she takes you out of there and down through the hallway. You go through bunches of different desks. You see like an armory off to the side, and a lot of people kind of standing around talking, doing some paperwork. Other what could be criminal sort of elements sitting there. Some of them still sort of manacled and chained together. So she leads you out of there and out into the streets. Which at this time
is there a coat rack on near the door on the way out?
Sure.
Oh no.
Leaf is gonna take one of the coats and put it on the way out.
Roll a d6.
I'm not prepared for it. A 1.
It's a really shitty looking coat. Like you reach down into one of the pockets and take out like a moldy block of cheese.
Ew.
Ew.
Acceptable.
So as you guys are being taken down the streets, it's fairly busy out. Obviously, on top of the fact that it's the festival, there are now all sorts of rumors going around as well, but nobody seems to pay you too much mind as she begins to walk you down the road. If there's any questions anyone's wanted to ask her during this, feel free to.
Is there a library in this town?
There are several libraries. What is it that you're looking for exactly?
A map.
Oh, well, I'm looking for the Cobalt Soul Library. Perhaps,
The Cobalt
Morgan.
Soul, yes, that would be the main with the big one. You would probably need some sort of referral to get too far out of there. The Cobalt Soul is very particular about their books and stuff. Depending on what you want to read, they sometimes actually like someone has to watch over you while you read the books. They're pretty. They have what's the term?
particular?
No, sticks up their butt. They're
Oh,
very
weird.
Dad will always say the Cobalt Soul, they got sticks up their behinds. But
Asses.
yes. Yeah.
Query. You seem very poor at your job. What is your rank?
I'm a
That's rude.
private, and I take my job very seriously. I come from a long line of Townsends in the Righteous brand, and I'm good at my job. Thank you very much. Any other questions?
Apologies. Your initial assessment seemed that you were very poor at your job, which is why you are under a lower ranking official.
No, it's not that I'm an attaché to the Crown's Guard from the Righteous brand, and that is a very important position because it's important for the two.
Query. Can you spell
Isn't attaché a handbag?
You know what? We're almost up here to the Flounder Pounder. She's on the corner
yes.
here, and she picks up her pace a bit.
I was right.
I will motion to you, Morgan. I am hoping to get to a library, and I can attempt to help you find a map. If
That'd be
helpful.
great, actually. Hey, who runs the Flounder Pounder?
Jeff.
Are you kidding me? Jeff is here.
Response. The Flounder
Whoa.
founder, Jeff, of course.
One of them.
What do you mean one of them?
I've heard it's rather large. Is it
Yeah,
not?
it's a huge franchise. Like, there's... Put
Right,
on the
but
mask.
But my point is Jeff is here. Specifically, Jeff is here.
A person named Jeff is there, yes.
Thank you. Perfect. Wonderful.
Interjecting rudely, I would also like to go to the library.
Okay, well, we'll make a trip.
Wait, robots read? You can read?
Why wouldn't he be able to read?
I would assume that otherwise they
I
are not good at learning.
mean, it's a robot.
Informatively, although this one does not have eyes, it was able to read.
You don't have
in
eyes?
Pausing.
Now, do you understand
note.
why I'm confused?
There
How
is
does it-
5 languages this one is able to decipher.
Without eyes?
Well, I mean, he may not have eyes, but clearly he can see in some way.
It's Warforged.
Magic, or is it like some kind of braille thing where you put the paper against your face, or what?
All of this one's movement is magical.
Oh.
Fair.
I don't like this magic shit.
Leaf turns over to Kieran. How tall is Kieran?
Kieran?
It's not that tall. 5. We'll go there. I don't know.
Okay, I was just
Why?
confused because Robbie
Taller
said
than me.
bend it over or something. I was okay. Kieran, I have engaged, or this one has engaged in deception. Motion to cloak and coat. Does this build the bond of friendship?
Deception? Are we?
I mean, yeah. That's pretty cool. What did you snag? Did you snag that back over there?
Indeed.
Well, I think you did a good job of that. I didn't even notice.
Joyously, I have found this moldy cheese. Do you
Do
want
I?
it?
Oh,
Oh, no, I'm honestly really good. But, hey. And I, kind of, lean to whisper, since we're friends, I think I'm gonna go head to my performance if you wanna, deception, for me.
Excitedly,
Are we really?
this one would love to leave the
Wait.
lower rank Townsend.
Wait, no.
Do I notice if Townsend notices them talking?
Well,
Robbie looks so tired already.
if Kieran and Leaf, first of all, make a stealth check for me.
Luster's really sniffing up your moldy cheese, by the way.
I'm using an inspiration.
All right.
I rolled 2 17s. That's crazy.
Hey!
19.
All right, so 17. God damn it, Townsend. All right, so she does not hear you guys talking behind her. So
Can I roll?
Oh, one moment, friend Kieran. Turns around to Buster. Oh, excuse me, Luster. Luster.
Luster.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry!
It's okay. I mean, it's
Letters
meant to
are
be.
hard.
It's meant to be like that kind of a tone. So you got it.
Okay. Would your dragon pet enjoy this moldy cheese?
I don't think it's good for his system. He likes a lot of things that are probably not good for him. But thank you. That's kind of you.
Affirmative. Turns back to Kieran. Shall we go deceive now?
Sneaking away.
Here.
Yeah. So
Do I
you
see this?
deceive and cause a distraction or whatever. Cover for me.
In this moment,
I just start laughing and I tap Townsend on the shoulder.
Yep, and she seems to be in the middle of explaining some of the surrounding building. She goes, yeah, Leo?
Can you come over here to this building over here and explain this to me? And I turn to Kieran and I wink.
I just shrug it off.
Roll a deception check.
What's my deception at? +4.
Luster's really going after that cheese.
19 +4.
Like, no, stop it.
So she kind of looks at you, and then she looks over at the rest of them. You know what? We're almost there, but for the remaining walk, why don't everybody else walk in front of me and I'll direct you. Just straight down this way. You realize that none of you are, like, in trouble or anything, right? Just let me take you to the Flounder Pounder, get your rooms, and then you can do whatever the heck you want to do.
I would love to have a room.
I mean, the city's paying for the gosh darn things. You leave now, you'll have to pay for it yourself, wherever it is you want to go. And the Flounder Pounder is pretty upscale. It's one of the best places in Rexentrum, if you ask me.
Morgan gives like a look like, oh really?
Robbie?
What? Oh yes, Robbie. So here's the thing. I understand that all that we're not in
Sorry,
trouble.
hold on.
However,
Did you give me a fake name?
No. I'm so sorry.
Make
I'm
a
just so
make a
used
deception
to.
check. Never mind.
Rosalind.
She rolled a 1 and a 2.
What the fuck did she roll before?
For you, 19 and a 16.
Oh, damn.
She has very good
rolled a
insight and
7.
perception. She might not be good at her job,
shit.
but she is good at some things.
But at least you got that double perception.
I rolled 7.
Oh, really? 7 total? Okay. So she just kind of like, her eyes narrow a little bit. Okay. Robbie, what was your question?
Well, here's the thing. We're going to a bar, right?
A tavern, an inn, but I mean, there's a bar there, yeah?
Well, here's the thing. I feel very uncomfortable because I'm a minor, and you're having me stay with all these adults. Isn't legal?
You'll have your own room, and they won't serve you
I
alcohol.
don't feel safe. I don't feel safe here, and I
You
think that
you can't be that much younger than me. How old are you?
No, I am. I am young. I am.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, maybe if you hadn't been with a group that apparently fought monsters in a cave and ran after an assassin, I would believe that.
I was running from the panic with everything going on, and then I just followed these adults because that's what children
All right,
do.
fine. You know what?
That's
Leave
we
then.
do. We
Leave.
seek help.
Leave. If you don't want a
And
free
that-
room at the Flounder Pounder, just leave. Go ahead.
Oh,
Try
no,
and leave
I
the
still
try and leave the
want
city
that.
too if you want.
I
See what
still
happens when the
want that.
Cerberus
I just
Assembly comes
wanna
after you.
leave.
No, go ahead. You don't want our hospitality? Go ahead. Leave. Go on. Go on.
Leaf leans over to Kieran and says, "Your deception is working flawlessly."
At least I don't suck at my job.
What is your job exactly?
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. That's what I thought. Follow if you want to, and she leads the rest of you on towards. Do you follow and you leave, Kieran?
I will leave.
Okay. All right. So Sylvia takes you all to the Flounder Pounder, which is up just a little, about another block or so. You see a silver exterior of a stacked building, and outside a large sign that has a huge yellow and blue fish on it, holding a giant mallet that says "The Flounder Pounder." The inside is somewhat modest, though spacious. Wooden decor and furnishings, in the center of which, sort of above the bar, pointing down at it, you see a large, decommissioned ballista on display. That underneath it has a plaque that reads "The Flounder Pounder." And behind the bar, you see a human man with shaggy brown hair, somewhat trimmed goatee, wearing a vest, who's serving up drinks and seems to be in quite the hurry. And there's a few different barmaids and men who are kind of running around doing some stuff as well. And as you walk in, she goes, "All right, just wait right here. I'll go talk to Jeff and get you your key rooms, and then you can go do whatever it is you want." And she seems a little flustered at this point.
One more thing.
Yeah?
Can you just swear for me?
What?
Just say fuck.
Yeah, just say fuck one time for us.
What?
Just say fuck.
That has no relevance to what's happening right now. Just stay right here.
Eve is just rubbing her temples.
She walks off.
Morgan glances at Leo. We'll get her.
Maybe.
So I'm just glad I didn't sleep
Kieran, make
outside today.
a stealth check for me, please. You see her up talking to Jeff, and she kind of turns back over and points over to Alia, and Jeff waves at everybody, and then she comes
I
back
wave
over.
back.
She comes back over with some room keys and hands out one to each of you.
Robbie, does he look like Jeff?
He looks like Jeff.
Really?
Yep, he looks just like Jeff.
Okay. Okay.
And she gives you an extra one, Maeve, and goes, if Robbie comes back around and needs a room, give that to him.
Very well.
If you have any other questions, Jeff will be happy to help you. But otherwise, you all know where the guard's house is. I'll be there. I'll make sure to come back and check on you. At night. And for those of you who are here, if you are here, if not, it's no big deal. And I'll be back around in the morning. And obviously, if there's anything that you need, you just let me know.
Query. Townsguard Townsend.
Righteous Brand Townsend. Yes, I'm part of the Righteous Brand. That's why I wear gold armor.
Database updated. Righteous Brand Townsend. What are you doing later? Would you like to join this group?
She kind of
You
looks
appear
around
to be a
at-
fun person to hang around.
She looks around at each of you a bit like not sure how to respond. I have plans.
That's fine. And I put out my hand, and I'm like, thank you for your trouble. Sorry for screwing around with you. Just a little bit of fun for the feds.
Okay, and she shakes her hand back.
Thank you
This
for your
whole thing has
assistance.
been really weird.
Okay.
Leaf also holds out its hand just like Leo.
Oh, okay. And she shakes your hand too.
Please accept this offering. And Leaf puts the cheese in her hands.
Oh, that.
Oh
that's-
my.
Lester immediately comes out and tries to eat it.
Oh, hell, hey there.
Ah,
little guy.
sorry.
Oh, no, it's here, and she offers it to Lester.
Happily.
Incorrect. It should not eat the cheese.
I don't.
Well,
I don't,
it's
I don't
too
know the
late.
dietary conditions of dragonlings. Can he have dairy?
It's fine. He's already eaten half of it. As we just look down, he's just munching on and looking at you.
Confused.
anyway, yes,
Earlier
I
you
will-
said not to feed it to your dragon.
I did, but he likes to not follow directions.
I will stop by
Database updated.
later before my shift ends to check on you.
Query, when does
Okay.
your shift end?
Sundown.
Query, after sundown, would you like to get drinks in this bar with this group?
I have plans after my
Query,
shift ends.
what are your plans?
Leaf,
I think she'd
you're
like
acting
Leaf,
like
you're
you're
being-
coming on to her.
Yeah.
Like, this is kind of
Yeah.
weird.
This has gotten to the point of just uncomfortable now.
See
Confused.
You later.
This
and
one
she
is
slips
Just
Is-
gathering information.
slips out the door.
Morgan's gonna look to all of you. Well, so lovely meeting you all. Excuse me for a moment, and she books it over to the bar. Happy to see the first familiar face she's seen since she got here.
All right. As you head towards the bar, standing outside Kieran, behind a horse-drawn cart that's over on the other side of the road, you watch as Sylvia comes out, shutting the door behind her, and takes a few steps out, and then just kind of like has this moment where she's just like, "All right, collect yourself." That was a lot. And then the two of you just like lock eyes, and she just kind of stares at you for a moment.
I don't think she heard that.
Yeah, I think she's just putting her headphones back in right now.
Oh.
She was BRB'd.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no.
I guess I should
I'm
have
so
looked.
sorry.
Yeah. So, as you are waiting outside, kind of watching to see what happens, you are hiding behind a like horse-drawn carriage on the other side of the street. You see Sylvia come out and kind of takes like a deep breath and kind of like pushes some of her hair back behind her ears and just takes like a very like that was a lot kind of look. And then as she looks up, the two of you lock eyes. Maeve has your room key whenever you're ready for it. And she just starts walking
you.
away.
Have a good night. Bitch.
Wow!
Wow.
Been nothing but helpful.
Right?
that poor lady.
I know.
You at least apologize. What the fuck?
Kieran's like, the audacity, letting me leave when I want to leave.
I'm a
Give me
child.
Exactly what I want. Not even
You're
letting me
a bad
hold my
bully.
craft against her. Come on. So inside, you walk up to the bar, Morgan, and after a few seconds, Jeff goes, miss, what can I get for you?
Oh my God, Jeff, it's so good to see you. Where are we? How did we get here? What is happening?
Okay, Sita, she's cut off. I don't know where she came from, but she's had one too many today already. You,
Jeff.
Wait, you are
Jeff.
one of the new ones. You have a room. I would probably just go and take a nap real quick if I were you.
Jeff, it's Rosalind. What's wrong with you?
Rosalind, it's a pleasure to meet you. He holds his hand out.
My mom worked for you for 10 years.
Oh, do I know your mother?
Yes. When did you get to Rexon wherever we are?
All right, one thing at a time. Been in Rextrum all my life. Number two, who's your mom?
Evelyn, come on.
He kind of looks over to the other barmaid behind the bar, and she shrugs and shakes her head. Those your friends back there, yeah? You came in with Private Townsend?
Yeah, I guess.
And he looks over and signals one of you to come over.
I walk over.
Hi. Tell you what. Look after your friend. I think she might have had a little too many to drink wherever it was that you were last, and that's a free round in the house for everyone, except for her. Obviously, she's had a bit too much, I think. All right. It was nice to meet you. Anything else you need, just let me know. Sita, round on the house for the new group.
She just looks very confused, as if she's being punked.
Hermia leans over and she's like, there's a guy that looks just like that guy in the Feywild who's also named Jeff.
In the where?
In the Feywild.
You would
What's-
know of the Feywild. There's a Feywild where you're from as well.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Oh. Yes, I suppose. Just
That's weird. Is he like an alien?
I don't.
Or
wait,
like
you
a
went-
bunch
you've
of
been to the
robots
Feywild?
all? That's where I'm from.
Great. Oh my gosh, a place I know. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
All right, so you're from the Feywild. How did you get here then?
Portal.
All right, we're getting somewhere. Don't know why you didn't mention that earlier, but okay.
I mean, I didn't just show up. I kind of like wanted to get here.
Sure.
I didn't
Sure.
want to get here.
Okay, believe me, I totally understand that. Okay, how do I get a portal not to here, back to the hell? The Feywild's fine. I can get home from there.
The one that I came in disappeared. Don't know where it went.
Figures.
But there is a city that appears and reappears off of the shit, I'm blanking on the name.
Menagerie
Off the coast. Off the Menagerie coast. It's sometimes here, and it's sometimes in the Feywild. That's your best bet.
Okay. All right. You know what? That's a start. Thank you. Thank you so much, Hermia. That means everything. Thank you.
Hermia just looks really proud that she was helpful.
Yep. One of the barmaids comes over and offers a table that just opened up to all of you if you wanted to take it. It's up to you.
Very well. I will take the table.
I'll go with her and spark up a cigar as we walk over.
Yeah, she'll go too.
And
Leaf is going to also go over there, but stand and turn to Maeve and say, "Query, may I inspect your dragonkin to gain information?"
Sure.
Thank you. And it's just going to stand motionless, facing Luster, and for like 10 seconds, like from now on, it's just going to be staring at Luster, not moving,
unflinching.
unmoving.
Okay.
That's unsettling.
A few seconds after that, one of the barmaids comes and sets a mug of ale down in front of everyone, including Leaf.
No response.
Don't know
Rosalind
if the
reaches over
robot
and takes the
trains.
one in front of Leaf.
That
She needs a
works.
drink.
So, Rosalind, where's home?
Morgan.
Morgan.
We don't know the name.
Sorry.
Although at this point, now that Hermia is helped, she'll be like, "No, it's you probably overheard anyway. It's Rosalind, actually. It's my name.
That's a
Sorry, my aunt always told me don't tell my name if I don't have to.
Yeah, that's why I use a shortened version.
Makes sense.
Same.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb and suggest it is somehow not of this world, but I'm from a place called Vano.
Fun.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Very different than this world. You guys can go outside the city walls. Do you realize how insane that is?
I
In the city I'm from, we're technically not allowed to leave the city walls.
Because of the monsters.
exit
and demons,
anyway.
right?
Just dangerous and
Yeah.
like humans are bad, and, you know, that kind of thing.
Okay, well, I was with you on part of that. Okay. All right. So, kind of the same.
Yeah.
There are monsters out there, but I mean, anyone with a knife and good know-how and stay on the roads, you're pretty safe.
Okay, yeah,
guess-
no, not like that where I come from.
I've
No.
been living in the wilderness for most of my travels here.
What?
Yes.
I mean, that's not uncommon.
Okay.
I came with a caravan to get to here, but
So you didn't
Oh.
teleport here.
no, I walked. Caravans,
Yeah.
picked up a boat.
There's a pretty long walk from here to Shady Creek. Shady Creek? Is that the short?
Shady Creek Run, yeah. To get to Rexentrum for you, it was about, I think, 2 weeks.
2-week walk from Shady Creek?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. All right. So that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. No, you couldn't. You can stay outside the city walls. Maybe a night or two if you're lucky. My group, we were hired to go clear out an area of forest and try and make it livable again. It wasn't going great, but we were kind of working on it.
So you were part of your own group.
Yeah, the Amethyst Fortuneers.
I'm not familiar with that name.
How is that possible? What?
it's a really
Never heard
weird
of
name.
You've never heard of the
To,
Fortuneers?
to be fair, I'm still quite learning a lot of the world. There was very little information where I come from, so it could be chance that I missed it.
Okay. All right.
There's
So
no one named the Fortuneers that I know of. An adventuring group?
yes, correct. An adventuring group led by Andorin. Kind of famous.
Famous? No.
My uncle Levix is like one of the greatest swordsmen in the world.
Don't even know who the fuck that is.
Cool.
Blank
This
look.
is great. Swell. Okay. Well.
I mean,
Awesome.
I mean, there is a reason you're here. The Oracle brought you here.
The Oracle?
Yes, the woman we met.
Oh, I
Oh.
thought those were bad mushrooms I took a couple weeks back.
No.
I mean, back for a vengeance.
You saw, like, how do you know this is not, like, some sort of trick?
Well, I've met her before.
You have.
Met what?
The Oracle. I have met her before.
So
When?
it's a her, but what is her?
Well, that's sort of why I'm here. I know that there's a cause. There's something to be figured out, to be discovered. I think we're all kind of called for something, but I'm trying to figure that out. I came here to hope to get access to the Cobalt Soul Library so that I could figure out that answer to myself, and then all of you are here.
As you are all having this conversation, you hear the little jingle above the door as Kieran slips in and then starts trying to like slowly, inconspicuously move over towards you, and then just kind of sits down at the table next to you with some other people. Go, oi! What are you doing here, kid?
Do we hear this?
Yeah, you all notice
Okay.
the entire thing.
Okay.
He's with us.
Kieran.
Relax.
Over here.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Muted.
No, Kieran's muted too.
Robbie? But yeah, I'm with them. Fuck
Well,
off.
then go and sit at their table.
He's just being a kid. Leave him alone.
Well, the bar's no place for a kid.
No shit, but
And then
Tell that
Jeff
to
yells
the
out,
righteous
"We're a family
dragon."
tavern here. Settle
What?
down now.
Family tavern. What? All right.
Is that's a thing here?
I mean, some families travel around. Mine did a little bit.
Makes sense.
How weird.
I will hold out the key for Kieran, should he choose to take it, and just kind of give a look. Your room?
I suppose you take it.
All right. So I guess I'll ask a couple questions then.
Download complete. Thank you for allowing this one to examine your dragonkin.
Actually, that's what I was going to ask about.
What?
You? What's up
What?
with the dragon?
Wait, what did Hernia say?
What do you mean downloaded? Downloaded what?
This one has downloaded much information on this species of dragonkin.
I believe it's Warforged speak. I'm not exactly sure what it means. It's how they take in information,
Got it. Okay.
I think.
That's weird.
All right. Well, how
This
about you
one
download me
has
some
a-
information on your dragon? How does that work? How'd you get a dragon? That's cool as hell.
Well, it's a bit of a long story. He's a gift to me.
Oh.
Um,
From a family member or from your oracle?
She looks very kind of nervously around the tavern and just kind of puts a very whisper and goes, from the Moonweaver.
Oh.
Have I ever heard of the Moonweaver?
Nope.
I didn't think so. Got it.
oh my god, you magic folk.
Why are you
Sex
whispering about them?
sometimes.
She's like trying to like be careful because the Empire doesn't like to talk about other religions.
Yeah, Leo and Kieran both make a religion check for me.
Ten.
What's my religion?
think it's-
Just a flat 20.
All right, Kieran, you've heard of the Moonweaver. You think you can whatever you think about, her. Leo, you know that in the Empire that there are certain deities that are approved to be worshipped, and there are certain deities that are not approved to be worshipped. And while people do still worship some of them in secret, that can land you in prison. And
Do
the
I
Moonweaver
know-
is one of the no-no list.
Now, do I know if, like, being an atheist of sorts who doesn't give a shit about the gods, does that get you imprisoned?
No. I mean,
Okay.
again, like atheism in this is different because
Well, yeah,
you
I'm
know
just
the gods
mean-
exist, but if you don't give a shit, you don't give a shit.
That's basically what I'm
don't do any
attributing it to.
worshiping.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you do know that the Moonweaver
They
is one of the
exist.
outlawed deities.
Okay. So, like, oh, fuck.
I didn't roll.
Because you come from the Feywild, not here, so you wouldn't know that either.
Oh, but would I know who the Moonweaver is?
Yeah, you would know of the Moonweaver.
Okay.
All right. Well, I've apparently got Bashaba's luck because I'm here right now. But how about one more question, if you don't mind? Are there no quarry here?
Quarry?
Quarry?
Quarry spirits? No, that I know. Are there no Calistar on this plane?
Oh, I
What
don't
is
know
the
answer.
Calistar?
I'm a Calistar.
We know
Anyone
Calistar?
who is proficient in history.
1 sec. I actually might
Oh,
be.
me! I am!
I am not. Never mind. I thought I was. I'm not.
I didn't think it. This is the first character I've had that's proficient in history.
Yep, go ahead and make a history roll then.
Okay.
This
we
is the
go.
first character I'm not.
I am.
Wait, no, hold on, I can't do math. 15.
Okay, you have heard of the Calistar. You don't know a whole lot about them. Leaf will get to you in a second. But you do know that they are a race that was created between the unity of humanity and spirits from the plane of dreams. So You usually can't spot a Calistar just by looking at them being, oh yeah, they're a Calistar. They just look human, but they do have some sort of special aspects to them. Leaf, you know.
I was just gonna say, I knew what that is.
Yeah, you know, because in your travels, you had actually met a Calistar once, and they told you a bit about their people, so you know the same thing as well. They often take roles in society on the prime material plane as, you know, wise spiritual leaders. They often practice great compassion for others, and they tend to sometimes have a bit of an sort of alien quality to them. There have been stories and rumors that they are haunted by spirits of their past, but due to the one that you met this one time, they basically explained that they sometimes have the ability to speak with spirits from their bloodline.
What was that Calistar's name?
That Calistar's name was Seena. Seena.
This one knows of Calistars. Seena was a Calistar.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know any.
I know of them too. I don't know
Okay.
any personally, but I know of them.
Okay,
They are great and wise leaders. Are you here to lead us, wise Rosalind?
I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm here yet.
My name was Morgan.
Oh, sorry, I lied about that. My name's Rosalind. Roz, for short.
This one is also a deceiver.
Oh, well, that's good to know. But the reason I ask, ever since I got here, I haven't been able to talk to my quarry spirit. So I was wondering, maybe if they don't exist on this plane, that's why.
I'm not
Query,
sure.
have you attempted?
Well, I don't usually have to attempt. They don't really ever shut up. It's been remarkably
Have you
quiet since I
attempted?
got here. Saris, are you there?
There's no response.
No, Saris is
Maybe-
not with me.
Maybe you should try it when you're asleep.
Well, why exactly?
Well, I mean, this
I've
is
heard
me
some
bullshitting,
people
by the
talk in
way.
their sleep. This is kind of weird.
No, I mean, like, it's our subconscious is kind of like in between like states, so it makes it easier to make a connection.
Oh, well, Calistar can't dream or anything like that, so I don't know.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't really sleep much either, but like,
What is your problem?
Kieran, in your head right now, you hear Rosalind's voice just going, "Oh my God, yeah, I'm so sorry. I forgot to when you got here, I forgot to mention to you that my actual name is Rosalind. Sorry."
Oh my god!
Are you alright?
Sir, I just point at Rosalind. You just to me in my brain.
Oh,
Rosalind.
yeah. Sorry,
you-
I do that
you-
sometimes.
You hear that in your head as well.
Oh, cool. She nods.
Oh.
Look to
No,
you
this
in
is
your brain.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, I can do that.
That
Oh
is
my God.
interesting.
That's kind of neat.
I certainly haven't seen anything like that in the Pallet Grove.
In the where?
Oh, that's where I'm from, the
Oh.
Pallet Grove.
Is the kind of a dreary name for a place, but then
Well,
again, I'm
it's-
from a place called Vano, so you know
it's
what
a
you can
bit dreary. We were underground until about 50 years ago, so it's
Oh.
dreary, I suppose.
Wow.
Is yes. Ta-da! Just kind of like shrugs.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna say this. I don't know how I got here or how to get back home, and I'm good just to kind of hang with y'all as long as you want to keep going together, because it's as good as
Well-
anything. I don't know my way around this place.
Well, I think we're meant to be together. I mean, we all have the mark.
Mark.
Oh, that thing on my back?
Yes.
what mark?
What?
What mark? I don't have a mark. You guys don't see my chest, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, well,
Oh, you don't have
I
anything
guess you're
like,
not meant to be with us.
You
then.
don't have anything like this? She'll show you on her
no,
wrist. Oh, okay.
no. I'm just here until the feds get done with us.
Well,
I, for one, am certainly going to be looking further into this. I am looking for someone who might be able to give me some more clarity. But in the meantime, I am hopeful if I can get some access to some knowledge, then perhaps some of this will be a little clearer. There's a big mystery here, and I, for one, know that I'm here to at least figure out some part of it.
Thank you, Tobinator, for the raiding party. Welcome in, raiders.
Welcome.
Welcome to the raid! Karen, did you raise your hand at one point?
Is that in character?
No, that was out of character because I was trying to figure out if I needed to.
I did. No,
Okay.
I did. I was
Unless
gonna-
Kieran
yeah.
raised his hand in character.
I did.
Okay.
I did too.
Kieran?
No, you kind of stole what I was gonna say. I don't. I think it's all well and good with whatever the fucking cops have going on, but I don't like the idea of us being branded by some creepy, albeit beautiful lady that came from a hell portal.
She was very pretty.
Well, if it helps, I don't believe it's a dangerous hell portal. It's hard to explain. I didn't really quite understand. I don't know. There's something there. When I met the Oracle for the first time, it's hard to explain what it was like. It was somewhat... It's like staring into a hole, but wanting to know what's there.
Query: when you first met the Oracle, did the Oracle also create a portal to the abyssal plane and send horrific monsters to attack you?
No, but
Yeah,
to be
that's
fair,
the
the
thing.
whole experience was a bit more of a vision than a physical
Wait.
manifestation.
Wait, do we know for sure those were abyssal beings? What the hell were those?
I mean, they looked pretty awful. I don't know. That to me felt like a test because that voice
That's-
said to us beforehand just that it wanted to see what we could do.
That's
So,
true.
I feel like we just got tested for something.
I felt similarly.
Query: was the assassin that we were chasing part of the test, or is the assassin also part of our marked group?
A good question. One I do not know the answer to.
Possibility. I mean, kind of weird that like the portal opened when they're there.
Did I ever recognize the assassin? in their
No,
clothes?
she
Oh.
was cloaked pretty well and had a mask. Most you could see was her eyes.
What time is it?
By this point, after all of your interrogations, it's probably getting into the afternoon. Still light out, though.
Okay. Well, I don't really have anywhere that I need to go, since I don't think a map is actually going to help me much after all. So,
Well, maybe. I don't know every part of what's the planet's name?
Exandria.
Exandria. But
Indeed.
Renault might be on the map somewhere.
There's so much I don't know of this place.
okay. Well, I can take a look anyway.
Troubled: there is no records of Vano in this one's databases.
Well,
It's one of the 6th largest cities on the planet.
6?
Well, I mean, to be fair, there's only 6 cities on the planet, but that's not the point.
oh,
No, wait. 6?
Mm-hmm.
What's your planet called?
Starts with a
Taurus.
T. Torres, yeah. Torres.
Okay, so yeah, a map won't help you.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah. No, yeah. Basically, everyone lives in a city in my world.
6 cities?
They're real big, but yes, it sucks.
It's hard to imagine.
There's like 6 cities between here and
And where I
Wait.
came from.
yeah.
The look on her face is one that suggests that she can't even comprehend what you just said. She's like,
Yeah, if you wanted to list them off, Maeve is basically like, to get here, I went through Druvenlode, Barrel
Yeah.
Bend, Zadash,
Port-
Alfield, Troston
Molly.
Wall, Nicodranus, Port Zune, Port
And just-
Molly, Feolin.
I went through like 20 coming from Shady Creek.
And
You went
how
through-
big a city are we
No,
talking
sorry.
about?
I'll lie about that one.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, are all of those cities the size of Rexentrum?
Oh no, goodness no.
They're little towns.
This is the biggest I've been one. But the place where I come from, I don't even think it would qualify as a city. It's more of my clan, really.
Oh.
Some
Okay.
are villages, some are little like cottages with 2 people in them. Those are the easy ones. I mean,
Yeah.
Helpfully,
Yeah.
a village is a settlement that has less than 1,000 people in it.
Oh. Okay, well, I'd say Vano is a little bit bigger than Rexentrum, probably. They're of similar size.
That is, and there's 6 of those.
Yeah, that's where everyone lives.
For
You
everyone.
can't live anywhere else. Yeah.
Feels so claustrophobic.
A bit. I mean, you can sometimes... Yeah, it's a bit.
Well, how big are those monsters? Nothing can be as big as a hill troll.
Well,
True.
I don't know. I've been out in the forest for a while. I just fought a werewolf recently. Although Mira says it was a direwolf, but I'm pretty sure it was a werewolf.
Is Mira part of your companionship?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Mira's one of the Amethyst Fortuneers. Mira, Urgoth, and Orion.
You mentioned her at one point.
We were talking when I came here.
Ooh, talking.
Shut up. She blushes noticeably red.
Oh. Ah.
Concerned. Morgan,
Roslyn.
Roslyn, there we go. Concerned. Roslyn, your temperature is increasing.
She grabs her mug of ale and just chugs down more of it.
Well. I can see how it was an inopportune time that you were taken here.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I do not know what it is that the Oracle has brought us here together for, but perhaps if we figure that out, the sooner that you can return?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, the 3 of them in the forest alone, I mean, they're pretty tough. They'll be all right, I think, but hopefully they don't spend too long looking for me. Yeah.
Were you their tank?
I was their leader. Their tank?
Sorry. We used to call this thing when we're fighting and all that, just the big bulky person that we put in the front to take all the arrows.
Ah.
So us rogues can do
Gotcha.
our job. Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, I I can take a hit in a fight, but Urgoth was he's big. Orc. Huh. He half orc.
Well, at least you have one big one, so
Oh yeah,
they'll
no.
survive. If it was like 2 scrawny ones and I look over to the kid and Maeve, they wouldn't blast in the forest.
That's kind of rude.
I've been going through the
Just
forest by
assuming.
myself with.
You don't know where I've been?
But I know how young Rosalind is.
I mean,
She's like
you
20
Yeah,
in
you can
elven
look at-
years.
looking at her.
So I'm
she's
thinking
19-ish.
Yeah, so I'm thinking she's hanging around with 16, 17-year-olds out in the forest. So,
No. Her whole group is all like 19 or 20. So yeah.
okay.
I mean,
Suddenly, Leaf just Leaf has been standing this whole time, and
Yeah.
Leaf just immediately turns to the bar and walks towards Jeff.
Mm-hmm. And he looks up and goes, "Oh, a war for an automaton. Is there anything I don't know what you don't even have a mouth."
Query.
Huh.
This one requests a drink.
Sure. Okay. All right. You want to start a tab? You want to pay for that now?
This one will have a tab.
All right. What is this one's name?
This one, you may refer to this one as R-66Y, or also known as Lichen Entropic Amplification of Fauna and Flora, or Leaf.
Leaf. Yeah, you could have just said. Do you say that to everyone who asks what to call you? You
My
can probably
response.
just say Leaf.
This one's response is the same because this one has an identification number as well as a designation
Right.
algorithm.
Most people don't have identification numbers and all that stuff. If someone asks your name, you can just say, "I'm Leaf." It'll save you some time. But anyway, he pours you a mug of ale.
Status
and hands it to
confirmed.
you. There you go.
Thank you. He just picks it up and turns and immediately walks to Kieran and sets it down in front of Kieran and continues to stand.
I grab it out of Kieran's hand.
Can I contest?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
I am-
Make opposing dexterity checks.
I'm
So-
scratching
D20
Lester's
add your dex.
chin, and he's
Can I
like
make it
scratching himself.
acrobatics, or is it just straight down?
Just
Yes.
straight dex. Yep.
What if Kieran is doing a sweet
Oh,
flip
God,
to
this is gonna be
dodge?
bad.
Can it be acrobatics then?
You got 4?
I did.
Okay, I rolled a 3, but I have a plus.
You didn't roll a
6.
1, did you, Kieran?
No, I
Oh,
rolled
okay.
2.
Okay. All right. So, yep.
No.
You try to snatch it back, but unfortunately, Leo's a tad bit taller than you, so he just pulls it right up out of your reach.
Oh, come on.
How old are
You
you?
can't tell me that you didn't have a drink when you were younger.
Yeah, but I was doing other
But,
things.
but,
But
hypocrite.
no, not a hypocrite. I
That's not-
I
Yes,
don't
you
want to
are.
corrupt the youth. How old are you?
Start a scene.
I'm old enough to take a sip.
That's not a number.
Leaf immediately walks back to the bar over to Jeff.
Oh my god.
Back for another?
This one requests another drink.
Sure thing, and he fills it up and hands it to you.
Rosalind will look at you, Kieran. Come on, kid. How old are you? I was trained in the sword ring by the time I was 11.
I keep my voice down. So usually I tell folks that I'm 18 so they can let me perform in their bars. I'm almost 17. So
Give the kid his drink. He'll be fine.
You're 17. You're such a baby face, and I hand him the drink.
Leaf would like to roll
Wow.
insight on that.
On Kieran's age?
Yeah.
Go ahead, make an insight check. Kieran, if you're not actually that old, roll deception.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. If you don't want to take it, it's fine. Sorry.
It's fine.
The battle of the low stakes.
Fuck, I'd be a bad parent.
What'd you get, Kieran?
I sent my response to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and Leaf will position itself between Kieran and Leo and set the drink in front of Kieran.
I like peek out from behind Leaf, like,
You can be responsible for the kid, robot.
Yes, we have engaged in deception.
Oh. That's
How
not
old
reassuring.
is Kieran?
hey, you're all right, Leaf. And I start sipping. How bad is it, Robbie?
It's fine. It's not super cheap. The Flounder is a pretty reputable place, so
Not swill.
yeah.
See, I can handle it.
I see. I just take a sip of mine. I am scratching under Lester's chin, and he's like scratching himself like a puppy does.
So does everyone just kind of stay around the Flounder Pounder, drinking and chatting, getting to know each other?
Pretty much.
I think at some point I'd get up and leave and go back to my house and go
Not
check on
even saying
people.
goodbye.
Well, I would say goodbye and all that happy
Oh,
shit,
okay.
but
Well, I suppose if you ever do find your mark, let us know.
I'm pretty sure. I didn't feel anything, so.
Do
Very
I
well.
believe him?
Leah, are you saying that to lie, or do you not actually remember?
No, I'm saying that to lie.
Okay,
Oh,
fair
okay.
enough. In that case,
No.
if someone would like to roll insight, you
Oh.
may.
Sure, I'll do
Okay,
that.
I will.
Leo, make a deception check.
Where'd my dice go?
I get to roll twice.
Shit, I put it down.
2 plus 4.
Wow. Hold on, I get to roll again. Wow. Okay, never mind then.
Okay,
just got
well,
my
luckily
positive.
2 plus 4 is
I
only
got-
6, so...
Oh.
so...
I got...
I
Oh
mean,
shit! I didn't mean to roll that twice. Sorry. I thought
Like,
I
he
didn't realize.
doesn't have a reason to lie, but also everyone was there, and your oracle specifically told you, like, we're waiting on one more, so...
Yeah.
Maeve, from your point of view, why would the oracle bring him there
Right.
if he wasn't going to give a mark? And everyone else is just you can tell he's bullshitting you.
I got a dirty 20.
Yeah,
And a
Yeah.
hypocrite.
everybody
Saddened.
can tell.
Goodbye forever, Sir Leo.
I think he'll be
Goodbye
back.
forever.
Query.
I will kind of. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Query. You will come back?
Yeah, he will.
I kind of have to come back because they're gonna meet us here at the Flounder Pounder.
Well,
Happily. We shall see you later, Sir Leo.
Robbie, can I try something?
Of course, always.
No!
well, Maeve will just kind of narrow her eyes and go, I'm not so sure about that, but I hope we will meet again soon.
When he turns to leave, I want to flick one of my cards at his head and then immediately turn around as if it wasn't me.
Sure. As soon as he turns away, make an attack roll at advantage.
Leaf, I think he was also engaging in deception with you.
Shocked. Is this true?
Well-
16?
I mean,
Does
That
that
actually hit.
That's
Yep.
your AC. So Leo, as you turn and start to walk away, you feel something hit the back of your head, and when you turn around, you see a card just laying on the ground.
Do I want to be flashy?
you can be flashy.
Please don't get me
As soon as
kicked out.
that hits the back of my head, I turn around, pull one of my daggers out, and throw it directly above her or hit Kieran's head, hitting the wall behind him. If there's a wall,
Make an insight check, because I don't think that anyone saw how she attacked during the battle.
I didn't see.
I didn't see, so I don't know.
That is 18 plus 4, 22.
Yeah, you know who it came from. So yeah, sure enough.
And
you
if
turn
there's
around-
not a wall behind Kieran, I'll throw it in front on the table.
No, there is. So yeah, you throw your knife and doing, it sticks in the wall about 4 inches above your head, Kieran.
Oh, we don't throw knives at people.
Agreed.
And then I walk slowly back over, grab my knife, and then duck down and say, hey, when you're going to actually use weapons, use real weapons. And turn around and start walking out.
Oh,
What? You?
he's kind of rude,
Like him.
isn't he?
He's a dick.
Well,
He's pretty normal, actually.
he'll figure it out one way or another.
Didn't even hurt him. Just having some fun.
I
Let's
thought
not.
it was funny.
See?
This one likes Sir Leo. He has a kind heart.
He also lies.
Well,
And he's a hypocrite.
Well, far be it from me. Far be it from me or you to cast judgment.
That's
Statement.
true. I did try
Everyone
to lie
lies.
too.
well, sooner or later, hopefully he will figure out that he can't necessarily deny what is happening, and we can be back. But in the meantime, I am understandably just as confused as you all. So,
Query. Did your oracle mention anything about the significance of these marks?
Robbie, really quick question. Did I already have my mark before this?
You did, yeah. Sorry, you did.
Okay. It's okay. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure. Well, my mark has given me I have a rare opportunity to perhaps consult with our potential patron, but it's not always consistent. I don't know if that will be the same for all of you.
Patron.
Confused.
Just ask yours to, get rid of our marks.
I mean, I'm not exactly in a position to ask anything, but I could certainly ask what is happening. Well, I can try. It's
I mean, the worst
rare,
was no.
I suppose. The problem is that it's been several weeks, I would say, since I was last able to do this successfully, so I do not want to write all our success on it. But that is to say, I do not know what it means for all of you. I just know what it means for me. I was rather surprised to see all of you carried the same brand as me.
Hey, Robbie, while we're all in here, can I start attuning my my dagger?
Yeah.
Okay. While we're all around, Rosalind takes out a blue-bladed dagger and just starts attuning it.
Well,
Ooh,
that is fancy.
that's really pretty.
Shiny.
Oh, yeah, my mom gave it to me before I left.
Query: is your oracle also the deity known as the Moonweaver?
I don't think... No. That was my confusion as well. I think the Oracle... She says this very hesitantly. May have come before.
Before?
Yes.
Error. That is illogical.
I know. It's not exactly something that we can really say. It caused some issues where I came from to even suggest such a thing. But that's the only real hypothesis I have going forward, and that's what I'm trying to figure out.
So this Moonweaver is like Bashaba,
Who's Bashaba?
goddess of misfortune?
Would
No,
we know who that is,
Nope.
Robbie?
Nope. Have you
Okay.
ever heard of Bashaba?
Just
before?
curious.
No, I would not say the Moonweaver is of Bashaba. She's the reason my people even survived.
Timora, then.
Who's Timora?
Bashaba's sister, Lady Luck.
You mean the Changebringer? Avandra?
No.
Oh.
No, Luck it... The Moonweaver is... She's a benevolence, but I would say the only tricksy thing about her is she's mainly known as the goddess of lovers, actually. But-
Melora. I got you. All right, I'm on the same page, you know.
Now, you've all heard of Melora before, but not as a goddess of lovers. She is more of a nature deity.
I know her through nature, which...
Yeah, she's.
I mean,
she is a
fertility,
nature too.
so... Like, makes sense. She could be
Yeah,
seen as a goddess
that was the
of
connection
love.
Rosalind was making.
Oh, fair enough. Well,
I'm gonna go to bed. Peace.
And Kieran
Very well.
walks away.
very well.
Bye,
All
Have a
right,
good night.
Kieran.
Kieran, now, did you want to just see what you could swipe on your way to your room, or do you want to try and clock a few specific ones?
What is with this group and taking useless junk?
Are there like peanuts on the table?
We're in the opening moments of Morrowind. We got to steal useless junk that we'll never actually sell.
Exactly.
There's
no, I'll
pretzels.
It's very casual, so like if there's an easy score, I'll go for it.
Okay,
But if not,
go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
do I want to waste my like a billion inspiration that I have?
For a score, yeah.
No, I'll let's go.
Disturbed.
Damn it.
Uh,
7.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So you guys watch as Kieran's like, peace, and starts to walk away, and then about halfway across the room, you're, hey, you little shit! And you see this big orc-looking guy
my.
is just like
Oh, boy.
picks up and is holding Kieran in the air by his arm.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please.
Leaf
I am-
immediately walks over to the orc and says, please drop friend Kieran.
She tried to take my money. He tried to take
No.
my money.
And
Baby.
I will stand up too. And I promise that we will make sure that that is not what's happening here, right? Kind of look at Kieran. Work with me here. I'm sure it was all a big misunderstanding.
He lets you go and you drop down. If I see it happen again, I'm taking your hand. How about that? And you hear Jeff go, hey, it's a bit too early for all that nonsense. Settle down now. And the orc sits
Wow.
back down at his table and pulls his coin purse up into his lap.
I kind of motion to Kieran away from the orc. I don't know if Leaf you're coming with too.
Yeah.
Maybe you should practice some more before trying to take something from someone that big.
Tonight I'm just...
If there's something you need, you have a group now. We can help you, maybe.
Will you help me steal things?
No, not like that.
I will.
Rosalind!
I mean, I feel like, I'd be up for learning a new skill.
Oh,
This
never
one
had
can
to
help
steal
engage in
before.
deception by creating distractions.
I feel
I'll
I feel a
remember
headache
that.
coming on.
Sorry, Maeve, you've joined a chaos crew.
Oracle Moonweaver, preserve me.
So do you head up to your room then, Kieran?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just looked to, maybe I'm just like... Thanks. Appreciate it.
Just be careful.
Maybe don't try again until tomorrow.
Sure, that.
After Kieran leaves, Rosalind will also get up. Well, it was the middle of the night when I was brought here, so I am about, 8 hours overdue for me to go to bed, so I'm going to sleep as well. Night, everybody.
Helpfully, that is known as the ailment as jet lag.
If you go
What
anywhere
is
tomorrow,
that?
don't leave without us.
Airship lag.
There you go.
Where am I going to go?
I don't know, but I've just been alone for a long time. Well, not that long, but
All right, well, that's a lot, but okay, sure. Yes, I promise I will come find you if I go anywhere. And she's going to go upstairs.
Okay.
Hear me up, I promise. I will be around.
Okay.
Do you need anything? I have
No,
obviously become the
I
mother
just-
of the group.
I came here looking for someone who left and didn't really tell me that they were leaving.
Me
They were
too.
just gone. So I don't
I-
know. I just don't want that to happen again.
I understand. The same thing happened to me. We have each other,
Yeah.
right? We all
I
do.
mean, we're all in this situation together, so
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. Would you like to give Luster head scritches? I've heard that makes people feel better.
I mean, I'm not sad about it.
She just holds Luster up, and you just kind of.
I pet him awkwardly, like, hey.
Have you ever seen that happen?
Luster kind of pushes his head into your hand
Wow.
and kind of moves his head around so that you're like scratching.
I don't know if
the
this
right
is like
spot.
a common thing for me or not. Like, if
Ah.
other people I know would have creatures like this
No.
or not.
No.
So, yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Hermie, I'll tell you a little secret.
Okay.
He's really a wolf pup at heart.
Oh.
She just kind of gives a wink, like a.
Oh. Hermia has no idea, like, what she means.
That's fine. You should.
She's just nodding along, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it.
That's definitely fine. That's-
Dragon Ken Luster also enjoys the taste of moldy cheese.
He likes the taste of a lot of things. I'm probably going to be feeding some jerky later, so we can actually have a good protein diet.
Leaf, do you sleep?
That is an excellent question.
This one does not sleep, however, I do need to reset my core processes every night for a few hours.
I mean, I suppose it's no different than from meditations.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like sleep, but not very long.
Oh, yes. Robbie, do I know what Eldrin are, or not really? It's okay if not, I just wasn't sure.
I would say that you know of them.
Okay.
When you were doing some of your studies in the Cobalt
Yeah.
Soul down the Menagerie Coast, you probably took breaks in some instances to learn a little
I mean,
bit
if
about
she's
other...
off the Menagerie Coast, would she know where I'm from?
No, not necessarily. She's not from the Menagerie Coast, but she was through there.
I went through
Oh,
there
okay.
this
So
time.
you probably would have looked up a little bit about, other sort of elven kind, your heritage, stuff like that. So you probably know of Eladrin.
Right. Meditations, right? She's trying to
Yeah.
attempt to be like, hey, we have something in common, very awkwardly.
Yeah, I mean, I actually like to like sleep, you know?
Oh.
Just not worrying about responsibilities or anything. But my mom just says it's being lazy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mood.
Sorry to hear that. I haven't really had the opportunity to be able to do that. What's it like? I hear you just kind of lay there for more than 4 hours?
Yeah, sometimes I dream, or at least I think they're dreams.
Interesting. Well, I know what dreams are. It's just not the same from the experience I've heard. I have a friend that I made in Port Damali, and he tried to explain sleep to me, and I sort of understood, but not really.
It's sometimes weird because humans, they sleep to rest, but sometimes I try to sleep and it feels like I haven't rested at all.
Huh.
Like I'm more tired afterwards.
Strange.
Yeah.
Huh.
But just lying in the bed, all comfortable, that's my favorite part.
I haven't done that in some time. Maybe I will today. I don't know, I've got too much to do.
Oh, what do you have to do?
What time is it, Robbie? I'm so sorry.
I'd say it's probably sundown around this time. In fact, as you two are talking, the door opens and you see Sylvia come back in and kind of like looks around and spots the two of you. Oh, Maeve, Hermia. Where's everyone else? Are they staying out of trouble? I hope.
They went
Yes.
upstairs.
Yes,
Oh,
go
good.
to
Good.
sleep.
Everyone's still around then.
Yes,
All right. Well,
yes.
you don't have to worry about. I'm not gonna bother anyone or anything. I just wanted to stop back in and check on you.
Leaf is gonna walk over to Sylvia.
Leaf, maybe you should leave her alone.
Yeah. She turns and sees. She goes, "Oh, Leaf, right? Yeah. There you are.
Obviously lying. Leo has left town.
What?
What?
What do you mean? Leo's left town?
No.
Happily. Ha ha ha. That was a joke.
Oh, it's wasn't very funny actually.
Apologies. This one is attempting the comedy known as humor.
We'll work on it. I just wanted to stop by, make sure everything's okay, everyone's all right, and everything settling in just fine.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
All right.
Leaf is gonna go walk over to the bar and get another drink from Jeff,
Okay.
and then bring it over to Sylvia.
She just kind of.
Leaf,
takes it
usually
and
you
holds
ask
it.
before you just
Yeah.
do
I
that.
don't. I'm technically still on duty, but also I don't drink. So when she kind of
Query.
hands
You
it
said
back to you,
you said you were going to
and then sets it down.
check in on this group after you were off work.
Well, like at the end of my shift, I'm checking in on you because that's still my job, and then once we're done, I'm gonna.
Is this
I'm gonna
the
leave and
end of your
go
shift?
home.
leave.
It's
I think she would like to go home to
yeah.
rest.
Yep,
Query.
no, I-
Do you need to wash your hair?
Leaf.
What?
Leaf,
what?
you might need
That's
to download that you don't say that to a lady.
You are too. That's inappropriate. Leave.
All right.
Understood.
Invasive.
Storing.
All right, I'm gonna go now.
Update complete.
Have
I'll
a
see
good
you-
night.
Run while you
Sylvia.
can.
I'll see you all in the morning then.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
And she gives you a
Bye.
weird look, Leaf, and then leaves.
Leave. You're kind of unsettling to people.
Oh.
Apologies. This one is trying to and he holds up his hands and makes make friends.
Right.
Ah.
Well, you
It
can
was
try
a directive from Master Rufus.
Master
Rufus?
Rufus.
Rufus is the one that found this one when it was turned off in the field.
Oh. Where's Master Rufus from?
Accessing database.
Searching database.
Searching
Old
database.
hard drive, not on SSD.
Searching database. Information not known. However, Rufus is part of a group known as Coin Accord and travels across the country.
Coin Accord. Is there a way for me to know what that is, Robbie, or make a roll?
Make a history check.
History. Okay, I'm not very good at history, but we'll give it a shot.
I mean, I don't know if I would know. I'm not really from here.
Ooh, I am getting.
You have
Terrible.
not heard of the Coin Accord.
What is that?
The Coin Accord is known as a mercantile group whose goals are primarily trade-based, comprised of a half-elf family of 3 and
Oh,
3
I
hired
might
stealth
actually know that. My family comes from merchant trading.
Oh.
You would not know that. They are a small
Oh.
group.
Oh,
you
they're
know
too
of
small
the
for me to know.
you know of the Coin family, then? Yes.
No, you must. Sorry, I misspoke.
Understood.
My family is in mercantile and trading, but on a very broad, large scale.
The Coin Accord is a small group comprised of 6 individuals.
I learned something new. I am quite enjoying that I've been able to learn so many new things here. Just on my journey.
So as
Query.
Very different.
I would like to know more about your thought that the entity known as the Oracle, it came before the deities?
Maybe we shouldn't talk about this.
It is illogical.
Like here.
It would be like dividing by 0.
I understand, but like Hermia said, this is possible blasphemy talk, so maybe not in public.
Public discourse should be encouraged.
It isn't here.
Not.
I could get
Yeah.
thrown in jail.
Understood. Storing data.
As the 3 of you continue to converse for as long as you'd like to, Leo, you head. It's a bit of a walk from where you are up near the front of Rex and Trim, as your residence is in the Mudtop district. So you head up to the Mudtop ward and eventually get back to your place, which is a small 3-room apartment above other small 3-room apartments as well. And you kind of have to take several sets of stairs up to the top. But you head on inside, and it's quiet, save for the family of 7 down below you, whose kids you can hear running around and shouting and yelling and carrying on as they usually do.
I'm gonna go back to the Thunderbounder after this, but I call out for Hella. How do I pronounce her name?
I don't know. She's your sister. How do you pronounce her name?
I thought you named her.
I don't remember naming her.
You don't put like pronunciations next to your names in your file, or is that just me?
Well, I can't remember if I named it. I was high when I wrote
that I
most of
don't
this.
know how to
Fucking
pronounce.
gone. So
Helesna.
Hella. I call out for her. I need to give her like a fucking nickname.
You don't hear anything. What's your passive?
Trev?
What's your passive perception?
16.
Okay. As you start to walk in and call out for Triv as well, you suddenly hear the shing of a blade, and there's a dagger at your throat. Gotcha that time. What is that now? 17 to like less than 10? And it is Triv. She's home.
Oh god, I've had a long day.
Oh, I've had a long day, and now you're dead. Because someone snuck in, killed me and your sister while you were sleeping. Well, not me, obviously, I would have gotten away. But now you feel terrible about it, because you're really bad at what you do, Leo.
But if Hell died, you'd be sad too.
No, I would, yes, and I'd go on a murderous rampage and kill everyone who was involved.
I'm
And
sorry, what
thank
did his name is?
mourn you a little bit as well. You're not here.
I just wanted to, you said the name a lot, I was wondering what it was.
Triv.
Gotcha.
And she puts the dagger back. Anyway, your sister's still working.
Oh, she's still working. Okay, well, don't take this the wrong way. I have no feelings for you. And I unbutton my shirt to show her the brand.
Wow, that is a funny way of showing it. What's with the fancy tattoo?
I don't know.
Have you been drinking?
I wish. I so wish.
Okay, so where did it come from?
So I was at the play, with the fancy.
Where they tried to murder
Archmage.
the
Yeah.
assembly member?
Yeah.
All right, and?
Well, I followed the dude or person and
Who
came
killed
to
the
a.
Cerberus assembly member?
Yes.
What?
But
And?
we
Why?
apprehended them. Well, I mean, a voice in my head.
She slaps you. Are you sure you haven't been drinking?
I was just doing security. Like,
Why?
that's all I was
Nobody,
doing.
was you being paid for it?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's a different question then, I guess. Although
Yeah,
you
I
let
still need to
a
get my
Cerberus
paycheck.
member-
What the
that-
fuck?
You let a Cerberus assembly member get assassinated while you were doing security? You think they're gonna pay you?
Yeah, that's a good job. Yeah, that's true. But that's, like, beyond the point. Like, it didn't actually. She's not dead. That was a
I
fake.
heard that somebody died,
Someone did die.
but
It just wasn't. It wasn't the Archmage.
Oh. All right. Well, there are some rumors.
I
going around
actually
that it
met
was.
her. I actually met her.
All right. Well, you may.
It's
be
been a
drunk,
sur-
but I need to have a drink, and she goes over
Yeah.
and opens up a cabinet and pulls out a bottle. So you go ahead and you tell her the whole thing. All right. So everyone else that was there
Yes.
has these tattoos as well.
Yes.
Are they magic?
I don't know magic. I know stabby stabby. I taught you stabby stabby.
You did not teach me stabby stabby. I knew stabby stabby before I met you.
I
taught
helped you learn a
stabby
little
stabby.
bit.
All right, well here, take this, and she pours a shot and hands it to you. Drink that.
What is this?
It's alcohol.
Okay. And I down it.
And as you do, she reaches out with the dagger and slashes across your chest, across the tattoo.
Bitch, what
Wait,
the fuck?
Stop! And you watch as the cut heals and the tattoo is unmarred. That's magic.
So what do I do?
I don't know. I don't know
Like-
magic. I do stabby stabby.
Say my words to me.
You apparently met the Archmage of Civic Influence. Why don't you ask her?
Because she just told us, like, oh, don't leave the city.
Did you tell
Or
her about
I'll
the magic tattoo?
We didn't have time to say anything to her.
Well, maybe bring up the magic tattoo next time.
That'd be a good idea, but
Yeah. I have a lot of those.
well, why weren't you with me? Were you on
Because
another
I-
job?
Yeah, jobs that pay money because somebody around here has to pay rent besides your sister.
I try and pay rent.
I know you do. You're just bad at it, and that's.
Oh,
no
I mean,
one's fault
if
but
I
your
could go
own.
back to my old profession.
She gives you a disapproving
Wait.
look. All right. Well, I think that that's enough for tonight. I'm gonna go to bed now, and she picks up the bottle of alcohol and walks into her room.
You're a lot of help, Trev.
She slams the door.
Do I still hear the kids fucking about?
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, no, fuck, not tonight. And I fucking slam the door.
And as you're leaving, you hear Triv stomping on the floor. Shut up down there!
And I head back to the Faulkner Foundation.
All right.
What race is Triv?
Triv is a human.
And what's the sister's name?
Helezna. Helezna.
Sounds like a name I'd make up.
Kieran, you wanted to do something when you went up to your room.
Yeah, I go up to my room, make sure no one's following, or no one's noticing me. And then for the room, like, is it shabby? Like, what's in there?
No, it's pretty decent here. It's got a single bed, has a dresser in there, a vanity with a mirror on it, and The window is kind of set out a little bit, so it has like a little bit of like a seating area that you can do to look out onto the street. The curtains are currently drawn though. And you are on the second floor.
I'm going to, whether it's the dresser or the vanity, I'm gonna pull out my little pouch, pull out my box.
Yep.
I'm gonna set it under the furthest corner, under one of those pieces of furniture. And then I'm going to touch it. I'm going to concentrate. And then I'm gonna zip in.
And as you close your eyes, you feel a rush of wind, and as you open them, you look around and you're in a space that seems about as big as your room is from here. There are purples and reds, there's a shag carpet, there are drapes all over the place, silken large pillows, and a massive bed in the shape of a heart on the far side. And laying on that bed with pillows all around him, as well as several dishes and plates of various fruits. You see an entity that you know well. His skin is a deep purple color. He has a lithe yet toned figure, chiseled abs, eyes that are white and pupilless, and these luscious red lips as he pops a strawberry into them, and you appear, and he goes, "Ah, finally decided to join me. I thought that maybe your new friends were going to take up more of your time, that you have forgotten all about little old me. He who has only brought you as far as you have gone, who has pulled you off of the streets, out of the gutter, and given you gifts that others can only dream of. No, please, go back out with your friends. Have another drink. I'm fine here by myself."
And then Kieran clears his voice and he goes, "No, that's not."
What? Sorry?
No, I'm sorry. That wasn't.
You're what?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're sorry. What are you sorry for exactly, Kieran?
I didn't know.
Should
what
I
was
take the
going
gifts
on.
back? Do you not want those anymore?
No,
Perhaps Leaf
no, I do.
could give you something more impressive than the powers I've bestowed upon you.
This guy
No,
sucks.
we were at the festival and then things kind of went all crazy and then
He pats
I'm
a spot.
sorry.
He pats a spot on the bed. Come, sit.
Sits down.
He hands you a tray of blueberries. Tell me all about it. And you,
So I tell him.
proceed to tell him about the day. Interesting. No one else has ever seen the worth that I see in you before. What do you think of them? You had a chance to leave, you didn't.
Well, no. I mean, they made it sound pretty serious, but with the righteous brand and you always said to investigate curious and interesting people, so
It's
that's
fair.
what I was
You
trying to
have
do.
said that. I'm not worried about the righteous brand. You've evaded escape from authorities before. And one of them now, this Hermia lady, she says that she's part of a wealthy Fae family. There could be something there.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. I wasn't really...
Well, that's why you have me around. I do the thinking. You do the sticky fingering and whatnot. Stick with them for now. It would be weird for you to just run off. And besides, if the Cerberus Assembly comes after you, that's going to be a bit difficult for us to evade for now. But just remember, as cool as your new friends may be, I'm the one that has saved your lives on multiple accounts.
No, yeah, I know. I would never forget that.
Good. I'm glad. Was there anything else?
No. Did you want me to go, get you some new gifts or some food or?
I have all the food that I need here, obviously, but I would never say no to a new gift.
Okay, I'll bring you something back nice. I'll try.
All right. Looking forward to it. And Kieran, I love you.
Boo! Boo!
I just puked with my diaphragm. What the fuck?
Well, I've never wanted to kill someone more in my entire life.
That was really creepy.
Well, that's the backstory.
Yeah, you two go. Thank you.
Alright.
And then I'll
You
zip
zip on out. Okay.
out. And then I would this doesn't have to be a scene or anything, but I would see if the rest of the group was downstairs, and if they weren't, then I would go perform at a different tavern to try to like make some money.
Yeah, by this point when you head down, everyone else has gone up to their rooms. Go ahead and make a performance check for me.
Wait, would I be coming back when?
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
No, probably not. You'd probably get back a little later because you had to walk half the city to get back.
Yeah, and I had a long conversation.
Yep.
So.
All right, you make 8 gold and 5 silver with your performance, Kieran.
Nice.
All right, so
Can I ask what the performance was?
Well, if you came to see my performance, then you would see that it's a pleasant display of card tricks and such.
Okay, just curious.
all right.
I guess
Kieran's a street magician. I love it.
yeah. I guess before we would retire, because I know Hermia was asking what I was doing, and I would have told her that, well, I'm going to be planning on trying to see if I can get in the library tomorrow. So that's all.
Oh.
If you'd like.
Okay,
Query:
sure.
would anyone like this one to shut down in their room with them?
You have a room
No,
key.
no, thank you.
You have
Understood.
you have a room key. You have your room.
It's the most nerdy come on line I've ever heard.
Uncomfortable.
Hey, baby, you want me to come shut down in your room?
I'm good.
If we need to end for tonight, that's fine. I was gonna just do an attempt with my oracle ability.
Yes,
if I'm good.
you
Okay.
may do that. Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
I'm gonna use these dice since it's a little easier.
Yeah, no, go for it.
It has the double on it, so.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I have to roll a 3, 2, or 1 or 0, so no, 3, 2, or 1. So don't get too hopeful.
I'm hoping.
Murder pixies! Murder pixies! We got murder pixies!
Nice. You got some Katie luck there.
You sure did.
Oh, that's just mean, Robbie.
All right, so you sit down in your room and you focus on the oracle's mark. What would you like to ask?
I think I would like to. Sorry, I did not expect this to actually work. I was more just thinking character-wise. That's what I would do.
I didn't actually have the oracle's like, "What is it, my dear?" And you're like, "I didn't actually have a question. I just wanted to see if it worked." She's like,
So
"All
how
right,
are you doing?
See you in a week."
I guess I would ask for the next direction I should be metaphorically walking towards.
Okay, sure.
Exactly. Okay, I didn't think this far.
So as you close your eyes and focus on your mark, you feel something shift within you, and as you open your eyes, you are now in a star-filled void.
It worked.
And you see standing in front of you the oracle.
Oh, it worked. Hello. I'm still not quite used to this.
The 7 have been chosen. This age comes to an end. Seek out now great change.
Great change. Okay.
And you watch as she slowly fades away. And when you blink, and you're back in your room.
Great change. Would they even follow me towards great change? Oh. Okay. And she'll reflect a little bit on this, and then after that we'll go towards, I imagine there's a window in the room, and try to kind of turn towards where the moon is and just kind of offer a kind of a prayer every night to the Moonweaver before she will settle into her meditation.
Sure thing.
Is that a week?
Until you can try again. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Hermia. You come up into your bed, you get settled in. You take the black blade from its scabbard. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it? Battling hell beasts from another dimension? I didn't get to cut through anything, though. That part kind of sucked. Maybe next time...
Well, we did cut through a few of them.
I mean, a little bit, but you were kind of in the back with some of those wimpy mages and, like, that archer lady just throwing stuff. And, you know, I'm not just any black blade. Like, I'm like the black blade, right? So next time, maybe use my enormous cutting power to just cleave something in twain.
Yeah, I guess. It's kind of scary, though.
Right, but, you know, that's how you get better at things, right? Like, I wasn't always just a black blade. I'm sure I was probably something beforehand, but I was forged into this, and now that's what we do. We cut things, and we're cool, and then people like us.
Yeah, is that how you get people to like you?
They'll like you better. Obviously, I got a lot of friends back in the Feywild, probably. But, you know, if you want me to hang out with you some more, I'm just saying that's what I need. That's what I need you to do for me, okay?
Cut through stuff.
Just cut through stuff. Cool stuff.
Hey.
Don't just go out tomorrow
Cool stuff?
to cut down a tree and be like, there you go, I did it. No, like, I need, like, blood splattered again. That sounded really evil, but...
That did.
Just... Look, with great power means you gotta use that power to do really cool things, alright?
I mean, it makes sense.
That's why I said it.
Right.
Alright.
Do you know who this Oracle lady is?
No, I've never heard of that lady in my entire life, honestly. I'm a little
Neither have I.
I'm a little weirded out that, like, someone else is trying to give you a party. Like, please don't two-time me.
No, of course not.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like a made-up thing.
It does sound a little bit made up. Yeah, she's
Cool.
probably not even real, if I'm being honest about it.
The only one who has.
I mean, she didn't look real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Cool.
Alright,
Okay.
so tomorrow
Good night,
find
Sword.
something cool to kill. Yep, thanks. Night.
Night.
Thank you for that look into the life of Robbie and Katie right there.
Anyone else?
All right, so Leaf is gonna go up into his room, and he's going to search deep within his circuit boards and talk to. Can Leaf just look at his hand tattoo and like try to analyze it?
Yeah, certainly.
What would you like me to roll?
Nothing. So
what?
as you
I'm gonna roll something.
as you look at it, none of it really makes sense to you. You know, you've analyzed a lot of things before. There's no artistic influence from anything that you've seen. There's no cultural influence, and the more you look at it, you do start to see, you know, even though it's black like a tattoo, for a moment you start to comprehend colors. You see yellows, you see greens in like those illusion picture books that you look at, and the longer you stare at them, that kind of feels like it's moving and changing into something else. You feel like you see remnants of leaves or plants, nature, maybe. But as soon as you think you see something that you have a grasp of something, you lose it and you blink, and it's just this weird abstract marking on your hand again.
Leaf just stares at it for a little bit, and although nobody hears this, in a very female voice and not robotic voice, it just says, Fascinating. And then it's going to stand. It's back against the wall, right next to the door, and it's just going to stand motionless for the next 8 hours.
You got it.
Thanks.
And if anyone comes in, they'll open the door, and Leaf will be about
Into
2 inches
Yeah.
away from the door.
Yep.
We aren't open the door, don't worry.
Okay.
Got it.
Rosalind.
Yeah, Rosalind will go up, and as soon as she gets into her room and close the door, she'll be like, "Okay, Sarah, this isn't funny. Where are you? Say something."
There's just this emptiness in your soul is maybe too strong, but you've always had this sense of never being alone before, and now being who knows how far away from home. You know, not having Saris there with you, even in home, would have been frightening.
Weird. Yeah.
But now not having her here as well, it's like there's this void, this chasm that's been opened within you.
Yeah, she's like clutching onto her dagger and is starting to have a panic attack. Because this is scary as fuck.
And then you do hear a voice. It's a voice that is familiar, you think, that maybe you've heard before. That says, steel yourself. Don't give in to the fear. This is just the first day.
Who is talking? You aren't Saris.
Saris is gone. But I think she gave herself so that we may be connected as we are.
Do I recognize who it is? Do I have a idea?
You're not sure. I'll speak again when I can. And you hear, before it finishes that sentence, you hear it kind of get quieter and cut off.
All right. Well, that's great. She'll kind of put the dagger down on the table nearest the bed. Okay. And she's just gonna be like, kind of like, okay, Saris, or okay, Rosalind, you can handle this. You got this. You're good. This is way less scary than the werewolf. You got this. And she's gonna just try to go to bed.
I need everyone to roll a d20.
Oh boy.
What? I'm gonna use this dice.
5.
Wait, can I use my inspiration?
17.
No.
You don't even know what it's for.
Lower's
Higher might be
worse,
better, maybe
obviously.
worse.
Maybe. I guess we'll find out. I got the lowest.
I think I got the highest.
What a fucking shock.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing, Robbie?
I don't know. It's probably bad.
Rosalind, you don't dream.
Back. No, I don't dream.
No.
Supposedly, the quarry make like give us like influences in our sleep, but we don't dream.
At one point in the night, while you're asleep, you open your eyes and you look around. You're in a house you don't recognize, but it feels like home. You look down, there's a doll in front of you and a small wolf toy. And as you kind of look around, taking in this home that seems simple enough. It's roomy, but it doesn't have anything gaudy, nothing too extra, just what you would need. You feel content. You hear a door slam open, and you see an elf come through. Pale, longer ears than usual. Reminds you of Maeve. That's your sister
Oh.
that
Wait.
you see walking in. Rosalind doesn't have a sister, but in the dream, it's just one of those things.
Rosalind does have a sister.
She does,
but
it's just
fair
it's,
enough,
it's in
yeah.
one of those dreams where you're like, oh, that's
I
my
recognize this
sister.
person as my sister.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
And it seems like she's had a very, very bad day. She comes in, she drops a bow, short sword down below, and just kind of like lets her head slam against the wall a bit and kind of punches it. I'm not
Rosalind
sure
will-
I'm up for this challenge.
Rosalind will walk over. I'm sure you got it, sis. You can handle anything.
You just can't make everyone happy.
No, I guess you can't, but as many as you possibly can, right?
She looks down at you and smiles.
She smiles back.
She just kind of pats you on the head, then walks away into another room. And you open your eyes to see the dark interior of the inn.
She sits up and looks around like she's never had a dream before, first of all. All right. Seems overrated, and she's going to roll back over and go to sleep.
All right. And the rest of the night passes without incident. You may all come to and head down for breakfast whenever you feel ready.
You okay over there?
No, I'm not okay.
That's not fair. I want a creepy Sarah dream too.
Oh man.
Lloyd says, "Welcome to the emotional fucking roller coaster of Robbie."
Never mind.
Don't tell us. Don't spoil.
I'm not.
Fair.
Just over here brewing, just, oh my god!
Rosalind will go down whenever she wakes up to eat. She's a morning person. So.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Leaf is probably down before anyone else because Leaf
Yeah.
only needs 6 hours of
So,
shutdown.
As you all walk down, we'll say that Rosalind, Maeve, and Hermie, you actually kind of meet in the hallway. And as you walk down, Leaf is already over there at the same table, standing in the same position, just staring at the table, waiting.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
he really freaks me out.
It's just different.
He'll be okay.
He's just unsettling.
I know.
He'll be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'll be okay, but it's just still really weird.
Yeah.
Cheerfully. Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
That's too cheerful for the morning. But
Aslinder,
yeah, good morning.
you alright?
Slightly less cheerfully. Alrighty.
Perfect.
Morning. Yeah, no.
That
Yeah,
was perfect.
Sorry, not a particularly restful night as
Oh.
in World Away. I had my first dream though. That was cool.
Dream. Oh, dream. Is that not normal?
No,
Talking in the
well,
hallway, by the way.
we're
No,
walking
they-
on our way down.
They went
Yeah.
down, and they're starting to sit around the table now.
Yeah, no, Calistar don't normally dream. Like our spirit sometimes will like influence us, so we'll like wake up with feelings and stuff like that. But we don't really. I mean, everyone I've talked to describes dreaming as like seeing something that's happened before or experiencing something.
Fair.
I mean, not always.
No.
I mean, elves don't really need to sleep like the way people do. I do it for fun, but I mean, I'm
My
told
mom-
that's not normal.
My mom would have liked you. She was an Eldrin.
What was your first dream? I'm sure it must have been
I think I dreamt about you.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I met someone who looked like you.
Okay.
No.
Well, you did just meet
True.
Maeve, so
What happened?
I was in a house
Uh-huh.
looking at a doll, and then I thought she was my sister in the dream, which is interesting. Because my sister's a tiefling, so my sister's definitely not an elf. But she came in and she looked really upset and punched a wall and then hit her head against the wall. And so I told her she was doing a good job. And that was kind
What
of
did
the
she
whole
say?
dream.
punching the wall.
She said you can't please everybody.
Maeve
I mean, that's
looks
true.
paler than you think she could look.
Is that how people normally react to talking about your dreams?
How?
I mean,
Oh. She's trying to process this for a moment. That
Maybe
wasn't.
she had a similar dream.
Maybe. Did you
That
have some dreams?
happened to me.
Oh.
Oh,
You saw my sister. That happened to me. I was a child.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I was a child in the dream.
oh.
She was
Maybe
upset.
it has.
Very
Maybe it
upset.
has something to do with her being a Calistar.
Maybe.
Or
You know?
it's our
Because
connection.
she can't really dream, so maybe she's just being influenced by like our meeting and our having the same kind of tattoo and seeing that weird illusion of the lady.
Or it's our connection.
Yeah. So I dreamt because we're connected. I dreamt of your past.
Yeah, like it's not really like a dream, but you're like being influenced by us
Query:
and seeing.
why are you stealing Maeve's memories?
I promise you I didn't mean to. I don't quite know
She's
how that
not
works.
stealing because obviously Maeve still has her memory.
Yes, I remember it quite clearly. I never saw my sister really. Well.
All right.
Like that before.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there then. If we're
Oh.
gonna start having each other's dreams, if anyone gets my dream, just know that I wasn't as cool as I thought I was at that age. Just putting that out there right now.
Hey, what are we talking about? Kieran walks in.
Dreams.
Dreams.
Lady Roslyn is stealing Maeve's dreams.
She didn't.
She's not stealing.
Sorry, error.
Are you stealing
Editing.
our thoughts?
Sharing.
Isn't that what you did to me last night?
She had a dream
No.
of a memory of mine.
Yeah. It's never happened before. I don't. Not something I can do to my knowledge.
What, because of the marks?
We think so.
That's the only answer I have. Speaking of which, I know it's just all of us here, although I don't know if Leo has decided to come, but
When I light my cigar at the bar.
Leo's over
Oh.
at the bar drinking a cup of coffee.
Oh, hi, Leo.
Karate stance.
Hey, Leo. Some people say good morning. Some people do that when everyone else shows up.
It's just too much work. And I get up and walk over to the table.
Hey, hands up.
Well,
Hands up. I just have a
Hermie
coffee
puts her
cup.
hands up. Why are we doing this?
let's just take a moment. I'm glad we're all here together again. She starts to get very nervous. We can put our hands down, Leaf.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Hermia
Understood.
puts her hands down too.
Well, I saw the Oracle last night, but it happens very rarely. I didn't actually expect it to work.
Query: did you ask the Oracle if she is older than the deity, the Moonweaver?
No, I asked for a direction, and she said that we're approaching an end of an era, and we must go towards great change. I realize as I say that out loud that really doesn't tell us much.
No.
Oh, are you sure this wasn't another one of the weird mark dreams?
Yeah, maybe you were having someone else's memories.
Does someone remember seeing the Oracle and asking that question?
I remember seeing the Oracle, but that was yesterday.
Not that I
Yeah.
remember.
Obviously lying. Yes, this one has had that dream before.
Leaf, you don't need to lie to me.
That was a joke. Ha ha ha.
Oh.
That's a bad joke.
So when you lie, you don't want to tell them that you're lying. Just don't say that part. Just say the lie.
Understood. Storing new data.
There you go.
I don't have more information than that, but since we're all in this together, it's what I have to offer. I am still going to be trying to see if I can get into the Cobalt Soul Library, and hopefully I'm able to do so, but if there's something...
I could go with you.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Thank you. I'll see...
This one is also going to attend.
Very well.
Okay.
Library party. I will not force you, Leo, and Kieran to join. I know it's probably not...
No, it's fine. I'll come. But Here's some
Pretty
information, though. I did some experiments on that mark.
How did you do
Oh.
experiments on the mark?
I'm just
I
glad
thought you
tried
didn't
cutting
have
it
one,
off,
Leo.
and it wouldn't come off.
So you
Leo,
do
said
have
you
one.
You said you didn't
Told
have
you he's a
one.
liar.
Leo has engaged in deception and also
I
did not
know.
let us know.
I just want to hear him say that he was lying.
I wasn't lying. It
You were just
appeared
not
after I
telling the
left.
truth. Okay.
let's just
Query, is that also a lie?
Yes.
No.
Insight check!
Roll an
not
insight
expect
check.
to be the mom of the group, but here I am, I suppose.
Yes, that's a
You
lie.
knew this is where it was going.
That is kind of
Wait,
a lie,
what did
actually.
he roll? What did he
A
roll?
It's
natural
actually-
20.
Fuck you. I still beat that with a 19.
Yeah, but Robbie does net crit 20s in this game for skill checks.
Oh, you
I know.
bastard.
I had to get used to that too. Do you do failure 1s on skill checks, or is it just the crit 20s?
Crit 20s and crit fails as well. Yep.
You do crit fails. Oh, okay. Ah, damn.
This one believes that Leo is still lying.
No shit.
Obviously.
Maeve stands up. Everyone,
Wait.
I
I
think his
found
name is
your,
Leaf, not
nickname.
Sherlock.
Your name is Sherlock.
What does
No.
that mean?
Understood. Storing data.
Leaf, no.
At this point, the door to the Flounder Pounder opens, and in walks Zod, the guards captain of the
just a
Crown's Guard, and kind of scans around and goes, "Ah, good, you're all still here." And he kind of comes up and grabs
Query,
the chair and
Captain
pulls it up.
Zod.
Are we in
Captain?
trouble?
No, of
This-
course not.
This one has a question.
Okay.
Sure, go ahead, I guess. Any questions you have before I get out what I have to get out?
How long
It's
is
gonna be
our group
weird.
being unwillingly detained in Rexentrum?
You're not being detained. You're free to go wherever it is you need to go. Just don't.
But we must not
leave
leave the city.
Do you have someplace
So-
else you need to be, Leaf?
No, this one is just gathering information.
All right. Well, we'll let you know when you can leave.
This one requires an estimation.
A week, but it could be more than that. So don't take that as law or anything.
That information
Did you
collaborates
find
with
that
Private
assassin
Townsend.
No, we haven't found the assassin lady yet. But I was impressed with what obviously if your story is true, and we have no reason to believe that it isn't, and you've drawn the attention of the Cerberus Assembly. I was I was hoping I might be able to, or I might offer you a job, that you might look into something for me if you're willing.
Query.
Yeah.
Does this job take place outside of Rexentrum? Because we are
doesn't.
unable to go outside of Rexentrum.
No, I'm aware of that. No, it takes place here in Rexentrim, actually.
Understood.
All right, what do you need?
So,
job.
some folks have been going missing down in the Mud Ward near the Tangles there, where the aqueducts are a little bit easier to go in and out of. And I mean, it's not uncommon for that to happen. A lot of people, less fortunate, go in there for warmth and shelter and cover and whatnot. But a few more people, both from the Tangles and the Mud Top, have been reported missing quite a bit over these past few weeks, and well, we can't really spare the manpower to really explore the sewers the way that could probably, should for something like this. And a few of the free agents that we've sent down there, to be honest, haven't come back, or have come back with very little.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right, I didn't even finish telling you.
I know, but it sounds like something exciting that I may potentially get to cut some shit with. Like
Hermia?
with a sword. Sorry.
I mean,
Hermia?
you're not wrong, probably.
I suppose.
Okay. So people have been going missing down near the entrance to the sewers?
Right. Yeah. Obviously, even beyond whatever is causing these disappearances, it can be pretty dangerous down there. But I'm willing to pay. We're willing to pay you up to 2,000 gold to take the job. Half now, half when you return. And if you can bring back any proof of what might be causing the disappearance, another 1,000 gold on top of that, and a God's willing, if you find any survivors, 250 gold for each of the survivors that you can bring back.
Rosalind motions over, or leans over to Leo. 2,000 gold a lot in this world?
Is 2,000 gold a lot in this world, Robbie?
Yeah, that's a decent paycheck.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Rosalind nods to Zod. Amethyst Fortuneers at your service.
Oh, you got
Sorry.
a name now.
Sorry, no,
no.
not them. That's my group back home. Sorry, but I lead them, so yeah.
Are they going to be joining you?
I don't know. Y'all want to go?
No, I meant your other group.
Well, if they figure out how to get it, if they drop it in any portal, sure, I'll let you know.
All right, but as of right now, you're referring to yourself as the Amethyst. Just you. You're the Amethyst Fortuneers.
Yeah, well, Fortuneer,
Is it-
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an agent of that company, so makes sense to me.
Just sounded a little weird, was all.
I think some of us will be planning to work together.
Great.
Yes.
I'll make you an honorary Fortuneer.
Suggestion.
Maybe a different
We
name.
should also have a group name for ourselves. This one suggests Red Lightning.
That
Disagree.
Sounds more threatening than Blue Lightning. I'll admit that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's weird.
All right, well.
How about futures
I
repeat?
like it.
All right, well, y'all can go ahead and figure that out. Also, you won't be seeing Sylvia this morning since I had to come down here and talk to you anyway. I told her I'd check on you, but she'll be back around later tonight. If you make
She
it
must
back
be
to the
heartbroken.
sewers.
I have a question,
Yes?
Mr. Zod. Where in the sewer, like, where should we enter the sewers?
Your best bet is probably going to be to go down to the mud board, and again, since the aqueducts don't extend into the mud ward, that's where they ended, so it's easier to get in there. And I would start down that way and probably moving your way in through there. I know it's not a lot to go on.
Query.
You just hear Rosalind go, "Please, actually, be mud."
What
No.
I wouldn't count on that based on
We're
that.
How
gonna be
many-
knocking her out and shit.
How many people have disappeared in the mud ward?
Well, we think that in relation to this, since the disappearances have gone up, and again, given the area, it's not uncommon for disappearances to happen. Homeless going missing, starving, murder, and the like. But in the past few weeks, there's been about 20 disappearances, which may or may not be related to this, but that's pretty high.
Query. Do they have family members that we are able to contact and or witnesses and or other persons of note so that we may interrogate?
So most of the ones that have gone missing don't really have families. Not sure if that's part of the MO or not, but some of them haven't shown up for work, or friends have reported them missing. There've been a few that have some families, but he kind of looks around at all of you. No offense, but we're just needing someone to investigate the sewers, not talk to grieving families. So you leave that up to the proper authorities and just see what you can find down the sewers for us.
He just wants us to go on the suicide mission to kill the monster, killing all the people. That's all.
Are we a
Yeah.
Suicide Squad?
I mean, look.
I gotta tell you, this is the most at home I've felt since I got here. This sounds just like home.
I believe we are-
Just based on what you've been able to accomplish so far, you're already a bit more qualified than those who have volunteered for it. Some of them come back, some of them haven't. It's dangerous down there, all right? Letting you know that right off the top. If you don't want to take the job, don't take the job. There could be thugs, there could be thieves, there's known to be slimes and oozes down there. Rats get pretty big as well, but it's up to you. Money's on the table. And he puts a large sack of coins on the table in front of you.
Do we get to keep what we find down there as loot?
Sure, whatever you find, it's yours.
Hopefully, a royal flushed a fucking golden sword down there. Let's go.
The library will always be there. I think we should take this opportunity now. It has fallen to our lap for a reason.
I could use the money. I need to pay some rent.
And that too.
Fair enough.
Much fortuitous.
Query. How much money do you need, Sir Leo?
How much is my rent?
10 gold a month.
I could use 100 gold.
Oh.
Leaf takes a large sack from behind his cloak and just puts it on the table. Here you go. This is 100 gold pieces.
And I pick it up and put it in my satchel.
Okay, well,
Wow.
how about we divide this 1,000 between 5?
There's 6 of us.
Okay.
There is?
Yes.
My
Hermia.
apologies.
Oh, I thought you were trying to like take a jab at him and say that like.
That's
Leo
fair.
won't
That's probably what I
get
should have just
one of
left it
his
with.
attacks.
No, my brain just can't count. That's fine.
Leaf, do you have uses for money outside of like room and board?
There are many uses for money.
Good. Okay, just making sure. Just you're a different type of person. Just making sure we function on the same wavelength.
Incorrect. This one is not a person. This one is an automaton robot.
That is fair, but you know what? For the sake of this, still going to consider you a person. You're a member of the group, right?
Exactly. I mean, we could make a collection for, a group pooling of the money. As I look at everyone's eyes, I'm like, I'm going to guess that is not going to fly.
How about
I think that might be.
133 gold pieces apiece, 300 to the group pot,
Sure.
200 to the group pot. I can do math.
Can we maybe like decide after we do the mission? I feel like that's a bit, I have to.
Fair
make
enough.
a use.
Is there a party loot thing, Rob?
Have I created that for you yet? There
And
is
can I not be the one to organize it this time?
Everyone has access to
But,
it. So
I mean, I
when
suppose
something
that I
is
can hold
given,
it.
when something's given to you, just make sure that somebody decides to do it. But yes, the party
I
loot
could
is
hold
now
on to
in
it.
there.
But Lloyd's so good at it.
We'll make it as a group effort.
I don't trust Lloyd's character this time though.
Because he's a
I-
rogue.
I would be above the board on it. I just did it for
I
3
know
years.
Money, everyone, and I can count. Just throwing it out there.
Oh, there.
What the hell? Well, I put 1,000 gold pieces in there. Didn't save. 1,000
Oh.
gold pieces. Save.
Wait, where the fuck did you get 1,000
There you
gold
go.
There we go.
pieces?
Yep. All
You
right.
made it as a character?
So Zod
Oh,
bids you farewell and leaves. What would you like to do?
Who knows the way to the mud ward?
I
look
love down
Leo.
there.
Well, then you would make the best person as a leader.
Lead on, boss.
All right.
Yeah, I would know it too, right?
How long have you been in Rexentrum?
I mean, probably for like at least a month.
Yeah, you know it as well. So, heading to the northern end of the city, it houses its own large slum known as the Mudtop Ward. The cobblestone streets of the city were never quite built up to the northern wall, causing this area to be rife with mud and muck year-round, leaving the denizens cold, ornery, and prone to illness. Many of the sick and diseased are relegated to the Mudtop Ward to be forgotten. Rosalind, it reminds you of both
Home.
the well, specifically Cheapside and the Shallows. Obviously, a lot more people live here. There's actual places to live, so
It's not just all burned out garbage.
Right, so closer to Cheapside than the slums, but part
Got
of
it.
this does feel a little bit like home. It's
It's like I was saying. Oh, really? We're gonna have to go to somewhere awful and fight monsters? Now I feel like I'm home.
yeah. So heading into the Mudtop Ward, you find right on the edge of the Mudtop Ward and the Tangles, which is the western region of Rexentrum. This houses the working class folk of the city. So it's here that most of the city's general commerce takes place. Dozens of smaller streets that branch off into major roads and creates kind of a labyrinth of twisting neighborhoods and industrial districts. So you find basically right on the cusp of where the Tangle starts to turn into the Mudtop. There's a little bit of a slope that leads down into that district, and every few streets you can see the giant tunnels of the aqueducts that lead into the sewers. And sure enough, pooling out from around here, it's probably not all mud.
Warning, this one detects fecal matter in the air and ground.
Yep,
I am-
noble turds.
You
I'm
can
attempting
smell
to
that
not
for
breathe it.
sure.
No, not noble.
Feels
turds.
like home.
Definitely working class turds here.
Well, I live where they're shitting, so I think they're noble.
Fair enough.
Well, All right. So, have you all done like an adventuring party before, or is this new for y'all?
Nope.
I've had different prey.
Okay, great. So,
I've
Leo?
hunted in hunting parties.
Okay, so typically speaking, we want someone who has good eyes up front, squishies in the back. If you can't take a hit, get in the back. If you know how to take a punch, stay up closer to the front. And we definitely want to have a signal of some kind for, oh shit, get your weapons out. What do you want that signal to be? I'm personally
Oh,
a big
shit.
fan of, oh shit, get your weapons out.
I mean, that's pretty. Yeah. Oh shit. Works
A
for
whistle
me.
works, I suppose.
Whistle's fine too. Also, still like, oh shit,
whistle.
get your weapons out.
Uh,
You can't whistle? Perfect. Oh shit,
No.
get your weapons out it is.
very well. I believe Leo
Can
and
I clap?
Do you want to clap?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, but only if you're happy and you know it.
True.
Well,
Well, if she sees danger, is she really or if he sees danger, is he really happy about it though?
I mean, it seems like you want to
Hermia's
put
accent's
things
gonna be
down. You
different.
might be pretty happy about it, Hermia.
I mean, okay, I was told that in order to like be really cool and awesome and to get people to like you, you have to do really cool, awesome things like fight monsters.
I mean, you're cool just the way you are.
You would fit in great in Vano. I gotta tell you.
But if you,
You
That's
sure
a
you're
good
not an
one, Dave.
amethyst fortuneer? You've got fortuneer blood in you.
I just looked at Rosalind. I'm trying to up her confidence.
Me too. I told her she's a fortuneer. That's the highest compliment I can pay someone.
All right. Let's get with the plan.
I
You said
love the young, unbroken blood in this group.
Who are you
This one
calling
doesn't-
young?
Unbroken. I've been with someone.
This one does
Wait,
not follow the conversation.
I don't know if that's what unbroken. Oh, does that what unbroken means? I didn't know
like I
that.
should plug my ears.
Probably.
I thought you were 17.
Me?
I mean,
Yeah, but
I
you're
don't know.
old and gross, and I don't want to hear you talking about it.
I'm not old and gross.
Kieran's
You
talking to
fucking
Leo,
Emma.
Hermia.
Okay. We understand.
Okay, that's fair. I think he's old and gross.
Leo,
Oh,
you and
God.
I think, have pretty decent vision. Would you like to take the lead, or would you like myself?
Yeah, I'm good at tracking stuff. Let's just go in. I'll give you the signal. Weapons out or what?
Yeah, something like that. Oh shit, weapons out is a great one. I would have Saris watch the rear. However, Saris still being very quiet, so I'm gonna be in the back, and yeah, I'll keep
I'll
an
be
eye on
in
the
the
back.
middle, like close to the front, though.
Leaf, how about you stand behind Leo, and I will be behind Leaf, and the others will be behind me.
Understood.
So
Would we like to be
Rosalind-
very quiet?
Is gonna take up the rear. Who's in front?
Yep.
I'm
Leo.
taking up the.
Leo's in the front, followed by Maeve.
Either Maeve or Leaf. I don't know which made more sense.
I want to be there.
You want to
Yep,
be second to the front?
Third to the front.
Third to the front. All right.
Okay.
Then Leo,
Okay.
then Kieran, then Rosalind. All right. So is this an okay marching order?
Can't
Yeah.
see. Oh,
Sure.
Yep,
Query.
looks good.
Yeah.
are we trying
As you're-
to engage in stealth?
No.
No, I don't know what we'd be stealthing from. Hopefully, nothing horrible down here.
I mean,
Well, I mean, people went missing here, so I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Fair
Well,
enough.
Leo, if you would like to start in the front, I will be close behind.
Yeah, I'll just start trudging along. Trying to not touch turd.
Indeed.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
we're walking, I'm like
So much all in one place.
vegetating like the walkway in front of me, so I don't step in anything.
Lester,
These
Are we
get-
in the district or are we in the sewer now?
you guys are about to head into the sewer. Lester pokes his head out and kind of like gags a little bit, and then buries himself back into your cloak.
I know, sweetie. I know. Sensitive nose.
So, as you all are beginning to walk into the sewers, we're going to go ahead and engage in a skill challenge here. So, anyone who would like to go first, let me know what it is, what skill you would like to use, and your justification for it.
Before we start, Leaf is going to just have his hands out and little flecks of his metal skin like flake off and like kind of like fall on the party, and for whatever reason that makes everyone very stealthy.
Great. Okay.
For blending
Cool.
into the
It's like it
film.
was passed without a trace.
Yeah, he
Casting
did.
test without trace.
All right, so
Yes,
if you guys are gonna stealth, then go ahead and everyone make a stealth check for me and type your totals into the chat.
Yes, I will make a stealth check. So it's plus 10 along with what
Whatever
we.
you roll,
add?
add 10. Yep.
Okay. And then plus our. Does it replace our skill?
No.
No,
You
no.
roll,
No, it adds.
Add your skill and then add
And
an
then
additional
plus
10.
Okay, sorry.
All good.
Yeah, I like this dice better. 12 plus
Wow.
15 is 27.
28 plus 8, what is that?
34.
36. 34. No, 36.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep rolling this die.
Well, I've got chain armor on, so I roll with disadvantage.
You sure do.
Oh, you rolled it decently though.
Well, that's the first one.
Oh.
Leaf, do you,
There it is. So that's a 13 for me.
Leaf, does anything in your like race mention like if you have to roll with disadvantage or not?
No.
I don't think it does.
It's only if he's the bulky one.
Yeah.
If he's the thin-built,
Got it.
Warforged, he
Okay.
he actually gets bonuses to shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, actually,
anyway,
that's not even a thing.
Well, you got 12. Oh,
I just get more armor.
Gotcha. I was just thinking because you're basically made out of metal, kind of in the same way like that like Fern has disadvantage because of her hooves.
That's because she's wearing like breastplate, I think,
Yeah.
Yeah. That might
which
be.
I would have, but I can't afford it.
Oh, fair enough. All right. So
Can
as
you
you
roll?
begin to sneak through the sewers, who would like to start this skill challenge?
I do. I want to decept the turds out of my way. No.
I was gonna say, so the skill challenge, what are we actually trying to accomplish with the
You
skill
are
challenge?
down
Is this to not
here-
slip and fall?
No, you are basically starting an investigation down here. So
Got it.
what skill would you like to use in what way to help you move this forward?
Like, what do you mean?
Yes, Kieran?
Could I just use investigation?
You could use investigation, yep. So go ahead and make an investigation check. Now, repeating skills you can do, but each time the DC goes up.
Okay.
Also, depending on what you want to do, the DC would go up. Like, for example, we once had Promi, our warlock in our last campaign, when they were trying to get out of a forest, wanted to use deception to make his party think that he knew the way out. That was an impossible check with a DC of 30, and he made it.
So he did. He deceived them into it, huh?
And
He literally faked it till he
through-
made it.
And through dumb luck, he faked it till he made it. Yep.
Damn.
All right, 6.
No wonder everyone liked Promi more than Evelyn.
Nee.
Evelyn never pulled off anything that cool.
Say that.
Kieran, roll a d6 for me.
Two.
2. Okay, so as you are all stealthing through here, kind of keeping your eyes out, not 100% sure what you were looking for, but ears are open, eyes are out, noses are plugged. Kieran, you notice coming down these tunnels, there's a large part of a wall that seems to be somewhat sort of caved in a little bit. And you've seen a few areas as you're coming down here where the walls are starting to come apart and you can see like the dirt in the ground behind it. But here, there's just sort of darkness and blackness, and you think to yourself, that'd be an interesting spot to hide, to try to grab people. And so you kind of make your way over there a little bit, and you go to look around in there, and you don't have dark vision, do you?
You're muted.
You're muted, but I don't think that you do.
I do. 120 feet.
Ah, that's from something, because you don't get that innately. Yeah, so you kind of look in there, and you see something down there moving around, but it's a weird sort of material that you're not really sure what it is. And you kind of reach down to kind of poke around at them, and suddenly all of these glowing eyes look up at you and start hissing. And you stumble back as just a swarm of rats, the size of like cats or like small dogs, swarm out and over you. And all of you have your weapons drawn and you start swiping at and hitting and stabbing at a bunch of them as they go under the water along the walls and just kind of wave through all of you. And you kill a few of them. There's biting, there's scratching. But during the quick little excursion against these rats, everyone ends up taking... Where did that go? 9 damage.
What? Ow! All right, I'm almost bloodied.
All right, I'm at half my.
What?
Okay.
Aren't you a paladin, Rosalind?
Yeah, I rolled 2s for all my HP rolls so far.
Youch.
But we got a long rest.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. 21's my max.
Yeah, 23 is my max.
Okay.
Oh.
18 is my max. Thank you very much.
Do I have the most HP?
What's your HP?
You are tied
24.
with Kieran and Hermia.
Oh,
All right. So
Can I go? I'll go. So, painfully, ouch. But that gives this one an idea. And I would like to cast Speak with Animals, and I would like to talk to the rats to try to glean information about the disappearance.
the rat
Using animal handling.
that just ran away.
Well, I want to find some more rats.
Okay. Okay.
Like it.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find some rats. So we'll say that you kind of go up ahead a little bit because stuff down here seems to spook easily with a large group of people coming. So you guys wait for a while, find another few that's kind of squeaking around, and you kind of have people stand back a ways, and you cast Speak with Animal on yourself, and manage to inch your way up towards some rats, and they look like they're about to spook, like they're about to leave, run away. What do you say?
I say, hold, friend rats. We are friendly passengers of the land, and we are trying to glean information. We have this food. If you would like some food,
Make a
please
persuasion
do not run.
check with advantage. What food are you offering?
A ration.
Okay.
Are you sure it's not animal handling?
No, persuasion check for now. That's enough. 2 of them kind of like run away a little bit and then look back, and one of them kind of walks up to you and reaches out for the ration.
Hand it to the
And
rat.
it starts to munch away. Now you may make your animal handling check.
Okay. Yeah.
And what would you like to ask it? As he starts munching on the ration.
Friend rat, have you noticed any disappearances or people being dragged down here in your time as a rat?
He just munches, and he looks up at you and he points down. You're kind of at like a fork right now, and he kind of points down to the west. Keeps munching.
Thank you, friend rat. May your days be long and your food be moldy.
And then from one of the rats that's further down the way, you hear well, most of you hear squeaking. You, Leaf, actually hear what they're saying. Ricky, come on, let's get out of here. And he
It
runs
is
off.
Ricky the Rat's cousin.
I turn to the group. The rats have told me that we have to go west.
Very well.
The rats have told you.
I mean, it
Speak
works
with
for me.
animals.
Yes, I speak with. This one has the capability of speaking with animals.
That is a very useful ability.
Yes.
So
I
as you
thought
guys
so.
head down the western
This one
tunnel,
thoughts.
you do notice, and you've seen a bunch of junk down here and there, but this one catches your eye because it's a bit more prominent. But you notice a pile of discarded items, mostly dissolved. But some of these include children's toys, cloaks, coats. There's a cane in there as well,
Dissolved.
partially dissolved.
Okay. I have a skill challenge possibility. I was hoping to use survival
You may use survival.
to, kind of track things. I'm going to spend an inspiration.
Sure. Now's a
And
good
I'm
time to do that.
Roll my die. Roll twice. First one was a 1, so I'm glad I used inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is a 12, plus 4 is 16.
Okay. So, continuing on in this direction, Maeve, you actually notice something odd. You see gashes on the wall, as if from weapons hitting it several times repeatedly, like over and over and over again. You also find there are some bones, partially dissolved as well. And the wall also has signs of erosion on it as well.
I will point this out to the group.
You guys are all dissolve resistant.
They did mention slimes.
Slimes and oozes down here, yeah.
Indeed.
All right, well,
Couldn't
best be on
they
your
just
guard.
Killed some people who got, lost out here.
Yeah, slimes usually suck up little boys who are bad.
That sounds made
That sounds
up.
Very
Oh,
hostile.
they tell that story here too.
Just look at Leo. Even though
What?
I am maybe only 10 years older than Kieran.
Okay. So, best be on our guard and watch out for slimes do like to remain standing still and just kind of lure people in. So, eyes focused, keep sharp.
And I would suggest not fighting hand to hand with the slime. You might.
Yeah.
I point towards the bone.
Magic users on the slime.
All right, so who's gone so far? We've had Kieran, Leaf, and Maeve. So Leo, Hermia, Roz.
Who wants to go first?
I don't even know what to do besides just go, "Hey monsters, come out!"
You can if you'd like to.
I mean,
Persuasion roll.
would that be okay with everybody else?
No.
This
Not
is
really,
you,
but-
Hermia, how are you going to help in this investigation? If you'd like to do that, it'll just be a straight charisma check.
No. Oh, okay. Looking at the stuff that is dissolved, would I know if it's natural erosion from the constant flow of water, or is it accelerated because of maybe a slime or some kind of monster?
Go ahead and make a nature check for me. And welcome in Raiders from LX Terror. Mods, if we could you please put a shout out in the chat for us? Welcome in, Raiders. We're actually only on our second session, so you guys came in at a great time. We're still getting to know and learn more about the characters ourselves, as they are currently trying to investigate some odd disappearances in the sewers of Rexentrim. We are playing in the world of Exandria.
I used one of my 3 inspirations,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a 17 on the die, plus nature is +2.
Okay, so yeah, taking a look around, Rosalind isn't too far off in the fact that this could be slime related, but not all slimes necessarily have the ability to dissolve things, especially at the rate that we're thinking. If this is connected to the disappearances, they have just started to sort of crop up in these past few weeks. But in your studies, the few times that you actually paid attention, there was something that stuck out to you from the slime ooze family that does dissolve things pretty quickly, and that would be gelatinous cubes. And
Cubes.
as you're kind of thinking this to yourself and walking along, as you're about to tell the party, you come across a pile of discarded weapons, all of them damaged far beyond use, and most of it, again, from acid erosion.
Oh, great.
So does that kind of
Oh, good.
confirm what I'm thinking?
Yep.
Okay, I know what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
A gelatinous cube.
Oh. I've heard of those things, but I've never seen one before.
Just
That's
the
quite
rate
brilliant.
of erosion to the bones and the weapons really, really fast. That's the only thing that I can think of that would cause that.
Oh, good.
Well, those are certainly dangerous.
All right, so like we say,
Hermia's gonna look up at the ceiling.
Doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary on the ceiling.
so
Okay.
all right, so magic users and ranged users, we're gonna want you all at the ready.
Oh,
That's
you
why
have
I have a bow.
you have my bow.
All right, Leo, Rosalind.
Go for it, Leo. Your
Since-
charisma-based caster doesn't have a whole lot of ideas right now.
Since I have a past of tracking things, what would I roll for that?
For tracking, probably
Survival,
survival,
usually.
yeah.
We've already done survival
Yep.
once,
Yeah.
but
It would just be a little bit higher. It's not that you can't do it. You could always you could do perception if you wanted. No one's done perception
No
yet.
one's in perception yet. Yeah.
oh, let's do perception then.
Yep. Go ahead and make a perception roll.
Yeah, I purposely tried to do something a little different to help the group. Thankfully, it worked out.
I was a jerk and I took the ever popular animal handling off the bat.
So that's a 15 on the roll. What's my plus? We did perception, right?
Yep.
Plus 6, so 21.
Okay. So a little further in now, you guys have been going for maybe an hour, hour and a half. You stumble, Leo, as everyone else is about to sort of turn and go down a northern area. You turn to the, you keep going down west where it looks like the tunnels sort of start to turn a bit. And just wanted to glance around, see if there's anything of note before you catch back up with everyone else. You actually come across an alarmingly large pile of bones that is almost about half the width of the tunnel. It contains everything from human-looking bones to animal bones. You notice some broken alchemical bottles and equipment around it as well. And like everything else so far, damaged, melted, and partially dissolved.
Without drawing too much attention myself, I sneak back towards the party and stop them.
Yes.
We're going the wrong direction. We need to go down the other way.
Okay.
Really?
What's
Yes.
What's over there?
I'm pretty sure it's dead. There's a bunch of bones over there.
But isn't that the right direction then?
You guys were going down the other direction that I went. And investigated,
Okay.
So,
Sorry, I was confused.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, follow your lead then.
So I'll lead them back that way.
Yep, so all of you see
Wait.
this.
You're eating snacks in the sewer. I'm whispering it. Sorry. Sorry.
But here's the thing, I'm a little confused. So, aren't we supposed to just be investigating? Like, if we find evidence, like, we don't need to go kill it, right? Like,
I think we do need to kill it.
Well, especially if we want to find any survivors, we're gonna need to.
Yes.
oh, that's right, the bonus.
Yes, the bonus.
More money.
Also,
Hermes
if we kill
Gonna
the beast,
like try to discreetly ask her sword. I was like, "Will cubes hurt you?
Well, what?
Cubes, gelatinous cubes hurt you?"
Not as much as will hurt them.
That doesn't answer my question.
Is she talking to her sword?
Kill.
Or didn't she mention something about wanting to hit things?
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Thank
Okay.
you, Sarge, for the 300 biddies, buddy. All right, so you continue on.
It's a lot.
Yep, I take him towards death.
All right, Rosalind.
Yeah. Hey, Rosalind.
You have inspiration.
I do have inspiration, which is good because I'm gonna have to spend it on something. Well, yeah, Rosalind. She. Yeah. I think Rosalind is probably. I don't think performance is gonna help any.
I mean, you could certainly try.
I could certainly try to intimidate this place. I think we'll just do perception.
Again? Okay, go for it.
All right, we're gonna spend an inspo.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
1
catch
and
him?
11.
Oh God.
Okay.
Least you got the 11.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll a d6 for me.
Oh.
You're gonna kill Leaf
Four.
right now.
I know, right?
So as you begin to come down this hall, down this corridor, this tunnel, a lot
Yeah.
more cautiously now, most of you with weapons drawn or at the ready.
Yes.
Rosalind, you're taking a look around, and it comes to a split where one of the paths keeps going further to the west and the other one kind of starts to curve to the northwest. And Rosalind, you notice a small shadowed figure down to the northwest. Doesn't seem to be moving, but it catches your eye.
Oh. Rosalind is gonna move in that direction and try and see what it is.
As you get closer to it, you can tell that this is a person, a humanoid of some kind, but they seem to be unmoving. You get closer,
Hello. She's gonna call it. Hello.
there's no response.
Yeah. So she is going to kind of put her shield up in front of her as she moves closer, kind of like with her sword drawn,
Mm-hmm.
as she approaches closer.
As you get closer, you notice that there are actually two figures. You see a woman and her child wrapped tightly in each other's arms.
Are they
unmoving?
Are they standing?
They are not. The woman is on the ground, sort of huddled up with the child across her lap and wrapped around her.
Oh, okay. Rosalind is the hero spirit is getting strong. Rosalind is going to walk over and kneel down next to her. Are you okay?
Upon closer inspection, you can see that both the woman and the child, neither are breathing.
That's a no.
You see that the woman has sustained several stab wounds to her back and her side, mixing now with the debris here. You see a pool of blood sort of mixing down into the sludge and the mud. The child, looking pale, gaunt cheeks, seems to have maybe passed from a sickness. Beyond that, there's no identifying features or items on them.
This wasn't done by a gelatinous cube. This woman was stabbed.
Can we hear her?
Yeah, she's talking out loud.
Okay, I didn't know like how far we were.
Mhm.
So we are looking for a gelatinous cube and a murderer.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Or maybe a
Maybe
murderer using a
they're
gelatinous
using-
cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a coincidence that a gelatinous cube is in here. The murderer's just taking advantage.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we can continue down this way.
Interesting. This makes me hungry. And
What?
What?
Leaf is going to cast a good berry, making 10 berries, and he's going to take 9 of the berries and just kind of like rub them into itself again, healing 9 HP, and say, "Does anyone want a berry?"
Sure.
I thought. Oh,
Rosalind's
I-
just gonna cure wounds herself.
It's 1 HP for anyone who wants it.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean,
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Better than nothing.
okay.
Well,
You're
whoever
s-
wants 1
no.
HP, you can have it.
Do we have to eat it, or can we just rub it on ourselves like you did?
If you're not gonna eat it, I'll eat it.
No,
You may
I mean I
certainly
want
try.
to heal, but I don't know if I want to eat it.
How about this? Let's split the berry 4 ways, and we all have a quarter of a hell.
Okay, I'll
eat
eat
the
it.
berry.
All right, so Hermia eats the berry and gains 1 HP.
You just ate a part of me.
All right, continuing on. Anyone may do the next skill check now that everyone's gone once, unless Luster wants to go.
No, Luster's okay. Luster's
Is
not.
Luster a good hunting, Drake?
I don't know if Lester really has.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, once upon a time it was.
Not
Actually,
based
no.
on who he's
Actually, no.
based
Once
on.
upon a time, he was a terrible hunter. But that's okay. He tried his best. No, I don't think he really. I don't see any skills on here. So.
Yeah, you would basically just go based on like if you did something strength based, you would just roll a d20 and add a strength modifier.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So no,
I
Lester
think
doesn't have to go. So yeah, who would like to go
Nah.
next?
He's on my shoulder.
Before we left that that scene,
Mhm.
Kieran would let everyone walk forward, and he would just if there was any cloak or anything like that, he would just like wrap it around the bodies.
Okay.
Since Leaf has been tracking the way we've been going and using his its orb of direction, excuse me, can I make an insight check to see to kind of like glean like where the sewers would like lead like further on, given based on the
Sure.
topography?
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay.
12.
Roll a d6.
Oh no, that's not a good thing.
All right. So as all of you are walking along, Leaf makes a misstep into the middle of where some of the sewage is particularly deep, and loses his footing and falls down, splashing into the muck and grime.
Oh.
Everybody roll a d20 for me.
D20. Okay. Why did I keep rolling 12? Maybe I should get a different die.
5.
Caution, this floor is uneven here. Please step carefully.
Maybe I should get a different.
Rosalind, make a
Yeah.
con save.
Yeah. Inspiration.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, I should use some of them.
18.
Okay, some of the muck and grime splashes up onto you.
Ew.
You keep your lunch though, your breakfast
I'm-
rather.
I'm good. Listen, I've been in Cheapside.
All right, next.
Can I argue for stealth? Like to kind of sneak
Sure.
up ahead to see if there's any dangers without
Yeah.
being seen?
Make a stealth check.
You get plus 10. Assuming it hasn't been an hour yet.
It has.
So
It has? Oh, no
Yeah.
plus 10.
the roll.
Wait, it has?
Yeah, we've
you
been
guys,
done
you guys
for
have
a
been
while.
searching for about 2.5 hours now.
Okay, so no pass without a trace.
Correct.
So roll was 16 plus 8.
Okay. So while everyone else is kind of inching along with his cloak up, Leo kind of dashes forward a bit, scouting up a little bit further ahead. And as you do, Leo, you actually notice something odd in the sort of muck and grime up along the side, just sort of out away from where it's like really wet, and it catches your eye because you've seen a bunch of junk down here. This is the first book that you've seen. Picking up and kind of flipping through it, it seems to be a journal of some sort. What languages do you speak?
Dwarvish, Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay, so going through the pages, you don't recognize the language.
Leaf and I are good language people. We might be able to know it.
Is there any shit on the book?
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely. I mean, a lot of the pages are wet, and you know some of the ink is sort of smeared and dried. But there is something here. You just can't tell what it is.
Okay. Well, I don't want to put this in my pack, so
Just carry it.
yeah, I'll run it back to the party.
Okay.
And then
What do you got?
there's a book. I can't read it. Any of you know, like, the scribble?
Does anyone in the party know Draconic?
I do.
All right.
I have to. A Drake Warden.
Taking a look at it, Maeve recognizes it, and kind of flipping through the pages a little bit. A lot of it, even knowing Draconic, a lot of it's illegible. The script can hardly be made out or even made sense of. It seems like the rantings and ravings of a madman. Make a investigation or insight check for me.
I will do insight. Did it do it right? Damn it. 11.
Okay. There's not a lot you can make out, but what you can, it seems that whoever this journal belongs to, going from page to page, you think that they may have a deteriorating mind, slowly going mad, and the only other thing that you really kind of pick out of it is the continued use of the word family.
He says it's in Draconic. He says the word family a lot, but it's kind of hard to follow. It's as if slowly his mind was just going mad. Losing
Great.
it.
Like, how would you think you'd say it? Like, family?
I guess I say the Draconic word for family. Hell no, I say it.
Bella.
Bella.
All right, who would like to go next?
I can do a investigation.
Go for it.
Okay. I do not like this computer roll thing. So I'm gonna do my dice. Okay. I have advantage on investigation rolls, so but I only had +1.
Just a warning, that is the dice that murdered Iris.
Yeah, well this dice up here didn't do much good either, so
Fair enough.
alright, +1, so here we go. That's a 10 versus a 16. I'll take that, so 17 total.
Okay, so Maeve kind of starts to take the lead a little bit as you're looking around, and you begin to leave the aqueducts sort of section. You're not 100% sure exactly where you are in the city. Leaf, you actually probably reckon that you're getting out of the tangles and probably a little bit closer toward the Mosaic Ward at this point. But you leave these sort of aqueducts where a lot of like the filth and the grime from the city is, and you're up into more of a subterranean sort of space that was maybe used for storage or for some type of underground place to sort of keep out of the elements. Could even be maybe even old parts of the city that have just been built on in time. And you notice in particular that there seems to be a line of erosion just straight down a few narrow hallways. And as you guys start to slowly sneak in a little bit further, you start to hear a voice echoing through the halls. Just a whisper from where you are now, but it's enough at this point to where you can start to follow it. It starts to get louder and louder, and it's in common. And you can all hear it now. We're a happy family. Now that you're here, everything's going to be fine, and we're going to be here for each other, and no one can take you away from us. And even if you wanted to go, you're here forever. You're a part of this family now, and if you just accept it, we can be happy. And you narrow it down to the room that it's coming out of. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.